right, stream is live, dudes and dudettes. So the story of the elevated threat. Last we left off. Essentially, and I don't want to take up too much time with the recap, but you found your way crossing a river, making your way up the mountainside, and came across a couple of random events. From the blowing up of a glass vial and kicking everyone back and making a hole in the ground that started to seep and ooze this tar-like putrid structure or gelatinous kind of goo, from coming across the frost giant hunting for a goat, perhaps, or something like that. An avalanche that seemed to have wiped out an entire orc encampment, to finding tracks of it splitting, and there's a perceived threat. A perceived threat that these tracks leading back to the town you guys came from of Beaton. I believe you are currently contemplating the concept of going back to town for its protection, or the choice to further go up the mountain. Either or, and it's kind of sort of where we left off here. It is, you kind of backtrack through that little cracked earth location, where the goat leg kind of fell through the crack and smacked in front of Reen, if I remember correctly, all for the purposes of a long rest, which I have successfully rolled, and you all do gain the benefits of a long rest. So feel free to open up and update your tokens accordingly, dudes. Alright, as your long rest kicks in, we start. Hey Fate, do me a favor, can you stream just for the people who are having difficulties or people that aren't currently in tabletop at the moment? Like
It's done.
Thank you, sir. For those who can only visualize, you can stream off of Reen to get some sort of a something. All right, so you guys wake up to the early morning calls of sparrows and little white birds with red chests and little beaks as they flutter around. Reen, you in particular, as you wake up, it looks like there seems to be a rodent trying to make its way into your backpack.
I'm gonna kick it.
Sure, let's start off with a strength check. With a 22 strength, you football field goal this freaking squirrel or rat or whatever rodent this thing is, and you knock it into the air, and it clings onto the side of the cliff wall structures, and it kind of begins to kind of really angry with you.
Yeah, damn right.
And I'll actually open up that map just for people to... nope, that's not it. Just to give you guys a visual idea of where we are for ambiance there. As you kick this rodent clinging onto the wall, everyone else begins to come awake. A yawn. Big hearty yawn from Alan. Oh. And he hawks this enormous loogie on the floor. Kind of has a an ashy tinge to it. His yawn practically wakes up the entire party.
This is why you don't smoke, children. That's out of character.
Oh. So, who's getting breakfast?
I think we might be safer using our
Ah.
rations for now.
Yeah.
There was a giant that walked over the top of us, and there are orcs afoot. Plus, we wouldn't want you getting captured again, Alan.
Ah, as I told you, I only got captured because there was like 100 of them.
Uh-huh. And I'm going to toss him a ration.
Aye, thank you.
Hearing you cough is making me feel like I have to cough. Damn it, frog.
All right, team. What are we doing this morning as we wake up roughly around 9 o'clock in the morning? The sun hasn't quite shined in on this little crevice that we're in. You see the sunlight kind of bouncing off of the sides of the walls. You're still kind of in shadow at the moment. The air temperature is slightly chilly, not freezing, but chilly.
Kane just gets his stuff ready to move. They're in a hurry, and the sooner they're able to get moving, the better.
Yeah, Asher's going to do similar, just packing everything up, getting ready to move, heading back towards the river. Because that's where we're going, right, guys?
Yeah. Well, Alan said he was going to show us the quick way through the forest.
Yeah, but we had to get across the river, right, Alan?
Aye. Right down the river that way. It's a tricky little spot, but should do it.
We've got a trick to get across it.
Is he pointing in the area where, in the general area where we crossed?
Not necessarily. If you were standing in the direction that you were crossing, so looking at the mountains, where he's pointing would be generally towards your right if you were looking at the mountains. So,
okay.
Yes. Oh, downstream. Wait, because upstream's that way. Yeah, downstream from where you guys originally crossed.
Okay.
All right. Well, let's start heading off in that direction then.
Yep.
Just me and Alan can take point.
Iridian.
Yes.
What are you doing this morning?
Iridian, after getting up, is writing down a couple more things for his journal, and then grabbing his food and is ready to go.
Fantastic. And what about you, Reen? What are you doing this morning?
Oh, got up a little early because of the rodent, and I got my stuff ready, took my morning dump, and now I'm ready to travel.
Fantastic. As Alan kind of is sitting on the corner. He kind of puts his hand on his knee and pushes himself up. He seems to be still pretty sore from the captivity. But he stands up, puts his book bag on, cracks his neck on both sides, puts his hands on his hips and stretches out his back as he arches a little bit. Gives a nice hearty cough yet again. Well, ration in hand, starts munching and walking as he's heading, backtracking the way that you guys came in.
Oh, Turkish. Iridian. Oh, he's muted. Never mind.
Yeah, because he has cell phone.
Yeah, but I'm here.
Okay. We had talked in the fireside chat thing, but about the snake thing.
Yeah.
You never answered me. Do you speak Dwarvish? Because I think you have to speak Dwarvish to be able to command the snake.
Yes.
And
I don't speak Dwarvish.
Okay.
I'm not the one that does the commanding of it. I'm just saying we should write it.
Well, yeah, no. It's just if we're going to use it in combat, someone who's not using a bow will have to use it because I can't hold it and um,
Isn't that why Reen has been using it?
Reen hasn't been using it.
yeah. So far, I'm the only one that's used it to get us across the river. I mean, I'll give
Well,
it to
that's because
whoever
it's
wants
been
the
in your
damn
bag.
thing. Yeah, well, because no one's asked for it yet. I'll give it to whoever wants it. I'm reading its description right now. Technically, I think you just need to say the words in Dwarvish to command it to summon it and dispel it. It doesn't say. It just says you mentally command the snake. But
Well,
yeah, Reen, do you
well,
want it?
What's that?
Do you want the staff for the snake? Since
No, I'm good.
I'm all right.
Alan looks at you, conversing with your teammates about the staff, and he's like, "I'll take it."
It's a snake it's a staff that summons a giant snake.
Sounds like good eating.
No, we don't want to eat the snake. It's our
But-
friend. It will help us get across the river and possibly fight orcs and any other thing
He
that attacks us.
chuckles a little bit, noticing that the joke went over your head.
Oh, okay. Well, with him, you never know. Should we give Alan this? I don't know. Mithrax, could you use it, or are you even here?
Yeah, I'll just take it. It's fine.
All right, I'll take the staff. I'll take the staff out and give it to Reed.
I'd be willing to take it for Mithrax. Mithrax just can't speak Dwarvish.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's true. You got to speak. Well, technically, could I teach Mithrax just the command words to summon it and dispel it? And then would he be able to use it?
I mean, inherently, you can teach the Dwarvish word to activate it, sure, and the word to deactivate it, sure. I mean, that's all it really takes to turn it into
Yeah,
a
because
snake.
because then you just mentally tell it what to do, and it doesn't say anything about having to understand you.
I mean, yeah, in theory.
When you say in theory, that makes me nervous. So
exactly.
yeah, never mind. Never
No, I
mind.
mean, hey, give it a shot. Remember, I'm just merely answering questions out of character. You're welcome to try anything.
We'll figure it out when we get to the river. How about that, guys?
All right, that works.
All right, you guys continue your way down the mountain side, passing by once again those tar-covered plant-based things that we came across earlier. In fact, I will link another photo for those who did not see it last time. These spines that come out of the ground, kind of like, not nearly as big as the picture depicts it, but they come out of the ground like massive thorns that come up to right around your kneecaps. They are once again covered in a blackish ichor, and they stink of like a twinge of sulfur-like smell. You come back, and why doesn't everyone that has walked through here already roll me a history check, please?
Is that the hole that got created?
No, the hole's further down.
Nope.
Okay, because I missed this part then.
Yes, you did. So for
All
those
right.
that came through here, roll a history check. Iridian and Iridian. Looks like only Iridian. You recall last time you came through here, which was maybe about 24 hours ago. There seems to be more now than there was 24 hours ago. You see Alan approaching these spines. Oh, look at that. What ungodly.
Wait. Don't mess with that. I don't remember seeing as many of those as the last time we came through.
Oh, and it smells like shit.
What the hell are these things?
Oh, I've never seen it. And I've hunted these lands for years. It's awkward, smelly, ungodly creation is this. Oh, let's get out of here.
Can I? Kind of want to check them out.
I feel like we got to bring his sample with us.
We got a sample, remember?
Well, nope.
Well, we did.
Yeah. Iridian has it in a glass vial.
He sure does.
From a distance, can I just kind of look these spines over and see if
Yeah.
I can see what they look like? Since it's
Sure.
my-
I mean, it's right in front of you. You don't have to make a check.
Yeah.
But if you're looking for, I mean,
like,
they're
does
right in
it
front of
look
you.
like it's something that's like organic, or is it like stone, or what?
Yeah, absolutely, and only because the purple demon baby had you last time, so you didn't hear the answers last time. But yeah, no, they definitely appear to be organic in nature. They do. If Thalia was here, it would have triggered his divine sense, which we've covered that base already. But in case, fill in information for you. So it triggered his divine sense in the context of evil, yet it doesn't seem to have any kind of magical aura to it. It does seem to be a physical, real thing.
Okay. All right.
So as you get up closer, once again, you think it's like a thorn bush, but these thorns are covered in like a tar, viscous liquid. The sun, when it shines on it, it sparkles back like a dark, moldy green, and it has a hint of like a sulfur smell.
This seems just wrong and unnatural. Like corrupted.
I agree. Can we please go?
Oh yeah, I
Yeah,
imagine
but
we were like I was looking at it while we were walking.
But it's actually, it does actually seem like a natural thing. Like it's not magical in nature or
Yeah,
anything
that's-
like that.
Well, you say natural, but I said I've been coming through here since I was a kid. This is impossible. Never seen this before.
It looks like almost like a disease.
It gives me the heebies.
Yeah, it creeps me out too, buddy. I don't like when nature gets fucked with.
Could I try and do a history check to see if there's been to try and remember of any historical references to such a substance?
I mean, we could use the one that you already rolled.
No. That's not good. That's gonna be a failure.
Yeah, we could absolutely use the one that you already rolled. But nah, you, even with your backstory, you haven't come across this substance before.
Okay. All right. Just checking.
Again, purple demon baby. Whenever y'all got the sample, I assume y'all just like scraped it into the vial.
Yeah, we kind of used the stick and
Yep, I believe it was
Did-
Iridian staff or some kind of a quarterstaff that he has or some shit like that.
Did it like corroded at all whenever y'all scraped it? Just out of character stuff.
You're welcome to ask Iridian to look at it.
Okay. Yeah, Iridian, can I look at this? You used a staff. Do you still have the staff or whatever it is you used to scrape it?
Well, yeah, I'm holding it in my hand.
Did it damage it at all?
You look down at the base of the staff where he was kind of poking it. Iridian, even you, because you don't look down at the base of your staff all that often. It's not a very common thing to do, right? So you look down and it looks like it's kind of encapsulated the bottom of the staff, like 2 inches up off the ground, and it seems to have grown since that last. And by grown, I mean it seems to have expanded. So where you hit it with just the tip, to get it into the vial, it's now moved up the staff like an additional inch or two.
That doesn't look healthy.
Weird. I am going to try using fire to burn it.
Absolutely. You encapsulate your hand in a fire bolt like strike to it. You know what? Just roll me some damage real quick. I wanna see something.
Okay.
This is how his staff goes bye-bye.
I hope he doesn't need that to walk.
Nope.
You could use the snake staff to walk.
This is just a regular old quarterstaff.
Yeah, it's just a regular old quarterstaff.
So yeah, roll me your damage for. There you go. Oh, and you crit too.
All right, there's 3 damages. So
you
3 for the first one, 9, and 3 again.
So you shoot your firebolt to the tip of your staff. It hits this tar-like viscous stuff, and I'm being very vague with my words on purpose. This viscous, vague thing stuff, the blob at the end of your stick. Your firebolt goes. Tss. It seems to singe the parts of the staff that the firebolt hits, like let's just say 3 to 4 inches above where this thing or this stuff is climbing up your staff. That seems to have taken enough fire damage to weaken the structure of your quarterstaff, but where it's currently attached to doesn't seem to have affected it at all.
How's the vial look that it's in?
That's a good question.
Iridium
I pull out the vial.
Absolutely. You pull out the vial. It's now kind of like covered the outside perimeter of, well, not the outside, the inside perimeter of the bottom half of the vial. You remember the original piece that you threw in there was like a drop.
So it affects non-organic material as well as organic material.
Well, I don't think that's what's going on. I think it's actually growing inside of it. Like, if there's more of this stuff here, and it seems to be growing inside the staff, whatever this stuff touches, it seems to grow, attach itself to and grow inside.
I kind of want to see what happens. I'm not morbid curiosity. Not actually going to do this. Kind of want to see what happens if something living touched it. Probably a bad thing. Yeah, let's not touch this shit though.
Alan kind of does one of those shudders, like that. Ooh, like he's just skeeved out. You know how you feel the goose pimples on the back of your neck and the hair stands up a little bit?
Yeah, like when you get the feeling you're being watched.
Yeah, he kind of grabs his neck. He's like, "Oh, let's go, sun. Let's take advantage of the sun while we can."
Yeah, This is something we shouldn't deal with right now, or
I mean, we don't
have enough knowledge to deal with.
Yeah, maybe someone at the village may know something.
Well, Zane's dad seemed pretty knowledgeable of this land. He might have some book. Well, I know he has some books, so...
Yeah, and I assume we're kind of like walking and talking at this point now.
Yeah.
So, yeah, maybe Zane will have some information.
Yep.
We're going to have to talk to her anyway.
Where's Myth's head in all this?
Mithras just kind of going with the group right now. Doesn't really want to mess with the black substance. It's just kind of keep his distance, like her little dwarf friend is from it.
I don't know if I caught all of that. Does someone want to translate for me? I may have missed some pieces there.
I think he's stepping away from it and wants to keep the dwarf away from it. I think that's what he said.
Yeah, he said that he was curious about it, but that he wanted to keep his distance from it like our dwarf friend.
Gotcha. Perfect. Absolutely.
I wonder if maybe a different type of magic would affect it.
What kind of magic would you think?
Let's get away from it and then try experimenting with it if we're gonna do that.
Because
Okay.
if I remember correctly, and I like I said, I'm with Asher on this. I assume we're walking and talking about it
Yep,
as we move away from it.
absolutely.
If I remember correctly, Thalia. Oh wait, purple demon. Oh shit.
Yep, Thalia doesn't exist anymore.
That's right. Never mind. Retract everything I just said. All right. So Thalia doesn't exist now. So what do you think? A divine magic might affect it?
It's possible. I mean, I don't know. That's the whole point of experimenting.
Well, I'm not gonna touch
But
it
it
to
seems
try
like
and.
arcane magic isn't really doing anything. I mean, try a divine spell.
I'm not gonna touch it to try and cast cure wounds on it.
Well, I wouldn't try to do that either. I mean,
Yeah,
try
that's
something
the
else.
only. Well, that's the only divine magic I have.
Well,
Oh,
I mean, I can. I don't really have very many spell slots, so that very many
we'll
casting abilities, and I don't want to waste them.
listen. We got a sample of it. We'll try it when we get back to the village.
Have we tried just regular fire, not arcane fire from like a torch?
No, we haven't. And personally, uh, that's another. Once again, that's something we can try out when we get back to Beaton.
Yeah, I know we have more
or we
pressing matters at the time,
or we
but
can try it right now while we're walking on my staff.
Well,
I mean,
we'd have
yeah,
to
that's true.
make.
It is. Well, no, I pull out a torch.
Yeah, we'd still have to stop and light the torch.
Yeah,
No,
but it
you
only
can do
takes
that
like a
while
minute to
walking.
light.
Okay.
Yeah, it only
well,
takes like a minute to light.
We don't even need that. I can light it with a spell.
well, no, we're trying to not use fire that was created by magical means.
Yeah. So yeah, I've still
Myth
got the
holds his
torches.
glove out while you guys are talking and walking, and I assume, Iridian, you're still using your stick as a walking stick, right?
Yeah, I'm still using it as a walking stick.
Gotcha.
Oh
So
God!
as you're walking with it, Myth holds his glove gauntlet gemmy thingy out and fires a lightning bolt to it. Myth, are you in a position to roll that attack, or do you need me to do it for you?
Also, did he tell us he was doing this, or did he just doing
It's
it?
it's in
He
it's in
did.
chat.
It's in chat on Roll20. He did say you
Okay,
could try
I
and
see
attack
it.
it with his lightning.
Okay.
Myth,
I mean,
do
yeah.
you need me to roll that for you? Oh, you could roll. Yeah, my man.
Nice.
Oh,
So
that hits.
boom, boom, as you right next to your feet, you see boom, boom, slam into your staff. Oh Jesus. You know what? I got to do it. So as you take you're using your walking stick staff, right? So you're putting your weight
Yep.
on that one as you're walking, and as it hits the ground, you're kind of leaning onto it to continue to go down the mountain. Boom, boom! These two lightning bolts slam into it, and it kind of just snaps in half. You know what? Let's have a little fun. Give me a dexterity saving throw, Dirkish.
Now try and catch him.
Oh, we don't know if he's fallen yet.
If he falls, can I try and catch him?
Sure.
You'll find out.
Dexterity. So I was looking for a 13. So why don't you give me a sleight of hand there, Asher? Absolutely. So,
Nice.
boom, boom, snap, clap, and he catches
I should
you.
reach out, grab him by his backpack or something. Just pull him back to his feet. You good, kid?
Yeah. I'm good. My you broke my staff.
Well,
I'm going to reach down and I'm going to grab the part of the staff that's still got the black stuff on it, and I'm going to hold
Don't
it at
touch
the far end. I'm not touching the black stuff.
So it has like so it's snapped, right? So you can grab the piece that the black stuff is. Let's just call it the tar for now. Where the tar is on it, right? There's like maybe a half inch to an inch where you can pick it up from not tar touched part of the wood. Does that make sense? Like
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, like an ice pop, right? You're holding on to the stick part, and the ice pop is the tar.
Okay.
after catching her, I'm going to light a torch. And you want to set it down so I can touch it with the torch and see what happens?
Sure, we can give it a shot.
All right, like I'm assuming there's some like rocks around us, side of a mountain. Have you set it down on a rock or something, and I'll hold the torch against it?
Go
That
ahead.
way you're not holding it in your hand while there's a fucking torch near your fingers. Yeah, and I'll touch the tar substance with the torch and see what happens.
Absolutely. So you go ahead. Ooh, sorry, 1 second. That wine went down the wrong tube. My apologies on that. All right, so yeah, you touch it. You hear tss as it begins to sizzle. After about 15 seconds of holding it, the sizzling stops. And it looks like the surface area of this tar has turned much harder.
I'm gonna move it up and down the tar, trying to like see what happens when it hardens all the way, like all the way around it, like turning
absolutely.
it. Yeah.
Absolutely. And it hardens. And it's basically, I don't know, tar. Now it has more of a consistency of like rubber.
Okay. I was thinking more of like it got like brittle, is what you were saying.
No, it's definitely
Okay.
It still seems to be on the wooden stick.
It's still, but like the liquid's still slightly malleable.
Yeah, like a hard rubber. Think car tires.
Okay. All right. Doesn't look like it damaged it. It just hardened it. Now it's just.
Do you take the fire away?
Yeah, I'll pull the fire away once I'm done. Like going around the whole thing and hearing the sizzling stop.
After about 15 to 20 seconds, it turns back into the consistency of tar.
All right, then I'm gonna hold the fire on it again for like another 30 seconds. You said it was about 15 seconds.
Rubber tire.
To turn to the rubber, and even after about 30 seconds.
Yep, rubber tire.
A minute.
Rubber tire.
I don't really think anything's
Maybe the
changing.
fire's not hot enough.
Possibly. The whole time I'm talking, I'm still just holding the torch against it.
Yep, absolutely. Rubber tire.
Not like right on top of it, you know what I'm saying? Like just a little bit away from it.
I'll pour some water on it from a water canteen as well.
Why don't you
let it
stick it in the fire?
Yeah, I can just stick the torch right down on top of it.
Sure. You do so. It doesn't seem to have any effect on the rubber tire.
Does it have any effect on the torch?
Nope.
I don't see it like spreading to the torch.
Not at the moment, but if are you telling me you're like jabbing it with the torch? Is that what you're saying?
I've got like where at first I was holding it just like a few like an inch or so away from the tar. When Kane said to put it like directly in it, I just touched just the tip of the torch to the tire.
Sure. Yeah. All right. So
the hardened tar.
Yeah. No, it doesn't. It doesn't seem to jump. If that's what you're trying to.
Yeah. That's what I was trying to figure out. If it like looked like it started trying to jump to the flame or to like the torch embers. Yeah, I'll pull it away. No real change to it, guys, and it didn't seem to spread to the torch, so that's good.
Did dropping some water on it do anything as well?
It actually, when the water hits it, it was like tossing water on oil. You know what I mean? How it just kind of just sheets off of oil. You know,
Yeah.
They don't mix it. It doesn't seem to have any of that kind of an effect.
Yeah.
Strange.
Okay.
I would love to sit here and try and figure this out, but I think we might have to circle back to this one. Because we still have more stuff to do on this mountain.
We're still doing it while walking.
Well, no, we had stopped and for putting it on the rock, just so that way you weren't holding it.
Yeah, you guys are standing still for like a minute or two. You know, nothing crazy.
All right.
Are you guys done fucking with that already?
We're trying to figure out what the fuck it is, Alan. Hold on. And Do you want it to spread into your hunting grounds, Alan?
Alan perches up on a rock and he just starts looking around, making sure there's nothing coming.
Yeah. We're trying to see how it spreads, and we don't want it spreading down to the hunting grounds and then Beaton doesn't have food. Trying to put it in turn, like,
We have
make
this
it
vial of
relatable to
stuff, and at least we have this vial of stuff. We can take it to the sorceress.
Yeah, Zine might be able to tell us more, and I'll snuff the torch out, and then go back
All right.
to walking.
All right. What are you doing with the stick with the tar on it?
Just leave it.
Leaving
we
it.
wanna
I've
leave
got a.
or- Yeah, I was gonna
What
say,
are we going to do with it otherwise?
I could cut a piece of my cloak off, and we could wrap it in it.
I wouldn't suggest that. Given seeing how this stuff spreads, I just leave it here, and
Yeah, but I don't want it to spread further down. You know what I'm saying?
it's already here. I mean, Kane just kind of points around because it's all around them. Correct?
I mean, it's you guys have you talking about the spikes where this tar.
Yeah.
It's up the hill a little bit. It's not spread out down here. It was like a patch up there.
I'm gonna.
But more now than it was yesterday.
What about have we come across the hole yet?
No, you're almost there. That's closer to the river.
All right,
Okay.
I'm gonna. How far away from like the patch are we?
Depends on how slow you guys want to walk, but not that far.
Okay, I'll be right back. I'm gonna cut like just a little strip off of my cloak and grab like the corner or like the end of the staff that was still wood, but having that little bit of barrier, like my gloves, and then the cloak wrapped around it, the bit of cloth wrapped around it. Kind of carry it back to where we were at, where we found all this tar shit, and toss it back over there.
Gotcha. You hurl it. You said you're tossing it wrapped up back where like up the hill a little
Well,
bit?
I'll like hold on to the cloth, but like once I get close enough, like within tossing distance of the patch, I'll toss it back and kind of hold on to my piece of the cloak, but yeah,
Okay.
let the staff fly.
That's fine. Roll me a sleight of hand for me real quick, because you used the cloth, so you didn't touch it directly, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, roll me a sleight of hand just because. There we go. All right.
12.
Sweet. Thank you. All right.
I have gloves on too, if that helps.
you chuck it, and it lands back in that group of disgusting tar-covered spines. Alan looks at you. Finally, can we go now?
If I look at the cloth when I'm walking back, does it have any of the shit on it?
A little bit.
I'll take a couple steps back and toss the cloth back over there too.
The cloth doesn't go far. It flutters.
Gross.
It flutters like 5 feet away from you and hits the ground.
How far away from like the patch is it?
A couple feet.
All right, fuck it, good enough. And I'm gonna
Good enough for government
go
work.
back. Right, I'm gonna go back to the group.
All right,
Shit's
all right.
disgusting. Did it get on my gloves?
As you guys continue to walk down, Alan looks over at Reen as they're walking practically side by side right now. Looks up to you, Reen, from his dwarven stature. Top of his head comes up to like your sternum area. What's your story? You're awfully quiet.
I don't have a story. I just got a job.
What are these markings on you? He points to your attire. Seems to not be of common make. He acknowledges it looks more on the elvish side of the equation.
You wouldn't know what they are.
Quiet, this quiet weird type you are, eh? Well, you catch more flies with honey. He continues to walk and just leaves you alone. Kind of coughs up a little bit and kind of spats on the ground in front of you as he continues to walk. You make your way to roughly where you guys took that long rest last time. Little outcropping of stone next to a small cliffside, coverage on like 60% of your circle there. And in the middle of these trees, footprints, probably the scuffle you guys had. And in the middle of it, with a little bit of like the aftermath of an explosion, like a small explosion, as you see like the concussive forces pushing away debris that's still there, technically. In the middle of that, you see an oozing hole in the ground of similar structure to the tar you just there, except this is not a spine. This is more just like you struck oil, right? It's not spurting in the air, but it's like bubbling, like bloop, 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 coming out. And there seems to be spines beginning to form.
Good lord, what is this shit?
This is the hole that we made the last time we were here.
It is.
Whatever this stuff is, it is underneath this mountain.
Are you sure it's from the underneath the mountain, or is it from something else?
All I know is that looking at the hole after the explosion, it wasn't there. Then it just started bubbling up from it.
And how deep is the hole?
You're welcome to stick your hand in and find out.
Well, no, I'm saying from looking at it, like just an estimate from like
I
when it
mean,
blew up.
what they know is that originally when the vial blew up, it left like a 4-inch wide hole in the ground, but it looks like it's 8 inches wide now. Or maybe that's just the tar starting to kind of drip over. Who knows?
Okay. Because it blew up at like the end of the session that I was in.
Correct.
I missed like the first hour of the last one.
Purple Demon Baby had you.
Yeah. But it's not very deep.
No. It wasn't a very big hole.
Well, I'm going to be real and say it's not like anyone really saw through the flash. It was definitely a big bang. The big bang was large enough to start an avalanche, right? So, and in all that, you don't really know how deep the hole went either.
Is there like a rock on the ground that I can pick up?
Absolutely. Hundreds. There's tons of rocks next to you.
I'm going to pick up a small rock and just... Anyone have any objections to me tossing this in here?
No.
Wait 1 second. I'm taking
I don't
some
see why
steps
so.
back.
Yeah,
Green takes 2 hearty steps back.
Yeah,
Kane joined green.
I'm going to take a couple steps back. I'm not going to be like standing right at the edge and toss it in. Asher's not a complete dumbass. Josh is. Asher isn't. I'm going to take a few steps back and
Redeactivates mage armor.
I asked
it's
if
a
y'all
new
thought
day.
this was a good idea.
So you
And,
chuck the rock in.
We
Absolutely.
don't think it's a bad idea, but good idea is a very strong term.
What
Yeah,
size?
like-
What size rock do you toss in?
Like nickel or like quarter, $half size rock.
Okay, so a pebble, basically, a
Yeah,
large pebble.
yeah.
Got it. You chuck it in, and when it hits the top of this tar, you hear it like it smacks, like flesh on flesh, and then it just starts to slow, like the impact stopped it from going in.
Like an oobleck?
Like a what?
Oobleck liquid that it's hard whenever you get a solid impact, but once weight sits on it, it turns into like a liquid and lets it sink.
100%, and that's
Yeah.
what's happening right now. Yeah, so it hit, and then bloop, 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 bloop.
Is there just a large 5-6 foot stick around?
Of course, you're surrounded by trees, rocks, and if you go down 100 feet, a river.
Well, I pick one up and I just kind of push it down into the hole to see how far it goes down.
Sure. You take this stick, and let's just say, sure, it's 5 feet long. You take this branch, because let's be real, a 5 foot long stick is a branch. You stick this thin branch into this hole, and it slides down 2 feet, 3 feet.
I stop. I ain't going all the way. Once at 3 feet, I'm
Let
like,
it
nope.
go.
As you try to pull the branch out, it doesn't come up. You're welcome to make a strength check.
I let go.
You let go, and the
I
branch
let
begins
go.
to.
Well,
That's
this has been a learning
concerning.
experience.
Yeah,
It's
it's
very.
deep.
Let's leave.
So you don't want to go for a swim, Kane?
I'm positive.
All right, yeah, let's go. This is weird and concerning.
Yes, Mithrax, that is not natural.
Yeah, that's not natural at all.
Hopefully, Zane's dad has come across this and he has written about it.
This must
Hopefully
be why
she-
everyone's leaving the mountain and all the sightings are increasing in the lower areas.
Yeah, that does make
Everyone's
sense.
getting away from this shit.
Yeah, if it's
But that
underneath
doesn't
the
really
mountain.
explain why the orcs are here, or the dragon, or the storm giant.
Well, the
It could
dragon
be
and storm
affecting other
giants were probably
areas.
already here. But if this stuff has starting to come up, and it seems to be originating from underneath the ground and the caves throughout this mountain, then we can assume that the things that made this mountain their home are coming across it.
And who knows, maybe this has popped up in other places and it's drove the orcs over here. Or, it could just be coincidence that the orcs happen to try and launch an invasion and there happens to
Oh,
be tar. I
I,
mean,
I,
not
I don't
everything
want
has
to.
to be connected. There can be,
I don't think the dwarves and the. I mean, I don't think these orcs and tar is connected. It's
yeah. I mean, there's a possibility it could be coming from could be in other places, but it could just be coincidence.
and the dragon and storm giants were already here, if I had to guess.
Yeah.
Well, dragon and frost giants, excuse me.
Yeah. Yeah, who knows?
All right, what's the plan, team?
Moving down to the
Uh,
river.
We should find a
yeah.
druid.
A
Yeah.
druid would be nice.
Maybe Zine might know of one.
You're still playing with
Alan?
that damn stuff?
No, we're trying to move away.
Yeah, we're walking and talking at this point, down to the river.
Yeah.
You make your way down to the river. Get some perception checks going, boys.
All right.
I love not having disadvantage on this anymore.
Wow. I am
16.
just rolling like crap right now. Though to be fair, if I roll better when I roll at disadvantage to swing my sword, I'll
Fate,
accept it.
out of the corner, or excuse me, Reen, out of the corner of your eye, you see kind of like a scurry go into the bush, and you recognize it as some sort of a woodland creature that basically got startled from your presence. And this is near the river, right? But the one thing that you found strikingly curious about Eneridian, you see this as well. It seemed to have on its back hind right leg, it seemed to have a a tar-like viscous fluid on its left leg as it runs out of your sight under the bushes and up the mountainside.
We're not alone, folks.
What do you mean?
Yeah, what do you mean?
Movement on the right side. Some type of creature standing on 2 legs.
Kane breaks out the large hand crossbow.
I go to the opposite side of the group from the creature.
You saw it as well, Iridian. It looked like a woodland creature with black tar in its back leg. And you saw
I
it scurry
think-
up the mountain.
I think it's just a creature that's gotten some of that tar on it.
Well, that's not good.
It was heading back up the mountain.
better, but still not good.
Yeah, we don't know what the tar does to living creatures.
Yeah, but I imagine it's not good.
Probably not.
Yeah, but it's probably the only way we can find out without killing somebody ourselves.
Yeah, who knows? Maybe we can walk an orc into it.
I have my familiar.
I don't want to do that to the owl. I kind of like the owl.
I can re-summon the owl.
Yeah, but then he's just gonna be like, I don't feel right doing
Given
that
the
to the
nature
owl.
of the
He's one of us.
substance, we're not.
And who
I
knows? It
don't-
might come back with that still on it.
Myth, do you not have vocals?
Yeah.
Yeah, we should get back to 10 as soon as possible. So
Yeah.
let's keep on moving.
Yeah.
If we're at the river, do we want to summon the snake and use it to get across?
Yeah.
All right.
Do we know if the orcs crossed the river? I mean, the river was pretty hard.
We could send up your owl and have it take a look real quick. I assume they will. They would have had to cross the river before to raid Beaton.
We just don't know where they crossed at.
Yeah.
So what's the plan, guys?
We're crossing the river.
All
I'm
right.
taking out the staff.
All right, you make your way to
What's
the
the
edge
words
of the...
again, guys? Out of character. What are the command words again? Is it
You
bite?
you say venom to
Antidote?
summon the snake, and then antidote to have it go back.
In
And then you
Dwarvish.
can just in Dwarvish, and you can telepathically command it, and as long as you're within 60 feet of it and holding the staff, it'll do whatever you tell it to do. You have to be kind of specific though with crossing the river, or else it'll just dive underneath the water and will die.
And that will be bad.
Yeah, and then we can only use it once a day though, but it's out until it gets killed or you send it back to the staff.
But if it gets killed, the staff breaks.
No,
No,
it
it
reverts
does.
back to the staff form. The staff then shatters and
And then the staff breaks.
yeah.
In other
Yeah, but-
words, don't let it die.
Yeah, don't let it die because once it dies, the staff breaks. But if you revert it back before the snake dies, it's okay. We just don't know how many hit points the snake has.
All right.
So we need to use it sparingly.
So you make your way to the river, and I have linked a picture of the type of water we're working with here. It seems a little bit more violent than before. But Alan does speak as if he recognizes this portion of the river, and directly across your location would be the best angle. He explains how the terrain turns into like a small notched valley. One second. Sorry about that. Kissing my son goodnight. And so he speaks about how it's like, here, I'll even draw on the map to give you an idea of what I'm talking about here. Pen, let's make it a green pen. So across the river, he's explaining like it's the best shot because it's kind of one of these situations, like a V. Like the terrain makes a natural channel that you guys can walk through.
Okay.
And it's pretty tree covered as well. Enough to get by. Wow, green pen doesn't really work that well. So Alan is convinced that this is where we need to cross.
Summon the snake.
Does it look like? Yeah. And Reen, you have this. I gave you the staff, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
I got it.
All right.
Okay. So you take out the staff, Reen.
I'll tell Alan what we're gonna do before he summons it, just so that way he doesn't freak the fuck out.
He's
Or no, I already told him, right?
he
Yeah.
knows
Yeah.
about it. He's eager, actually. He's never seen something like this before, so he's kind of, and he looks over with interest.
All right, here we go, boys. Do I throw the staff, or do I say the what? I gotta say what I'm holding it, right?
Just hold on to it and just say it.
All right, I'm gonna raise the staff up, put it out in front of me a little bit, and say venom.
Absolutely. You say venom in Dwarvish. 1 second.
Yep.
Sorry, kissing my daughter goodnight. All right. So as you say these words, the staff begins to vibrate and hum a little bit. A little green tint can be seen as this wooden snake carving on the knotted top begins to kind of move and wrap around a little bit, and it gets bigger and bigger and bigger to the point that the staff begins to get heavy. You flick it on the ground, like you tilt the staff forward, allowing this snake to hit the ground, and it's a wooden shape and it's a wooden color. As it grows and grows and grows, it begins to kind of not mutate, but its scales begin to develop where it's more of a flesh or a skin or a snake scale like, as opposed to wooden. And it grows, and it fucking grows, and holy shit does it grow. And it grows really, really, really large. And now it kind of wraps around and coils up, and it kind of has its head looking directly at you, Reen, as its tail kind of doesn't flick like a rattlesnake, but it's definitely kind of like slithering from side to side.
Good morning, Frank. Let's get across this river now. So now I'm gonna tell it to kind of stretch out in a single line, facing the river. We're not going across it yet. And yeah, he's just going to line up.
Okay.
Will it be able to take all of us, or are we going to have to do like 2 at a time?
I'm actually looking at the snake right now. It's considered...
What's his length in contrast to
That's what I'm working on right now. So let's say this snake fully stretched out. Its token is 15 feet. Let's just say fully stretched out as far as possible, anywhere between 20 to 25 feet.
Okay. And is it, it's a large creature?
It is considered huge.
Huge? Okay.
3 by 3.
Okay.
All right, so it is stretched out, and it is staying completely still like a statue.
So I'm looking at the length of the snake, and I'm looking at the width of the river, and how do they compare?
It looks like the snake won't be able to fully stretch across like a bridge, metaphorically speaking. It looks like the river might be about 10 to 20 more feet in length of the snake.
Yeah. The last time we used it, it had to swim us across. It had to swim Thalia across. Just have to be very specific with it, so that way it doesn't dive under the water.
Yeah.
All right, should we just go one at a time then?
To be safe, probably 1 at a time. 1 or 2 at a time.
All right.
Let's try 2 first.
Yeah.
Okay.
Get on the snake. I'll go first. Get on the snake and have a rope. I guess kind of like as a makeshift saddle, like just underneath in my left and right hand under the snake.
Okay.
Reen, before you go across, do you want us to tie a rope around your waist and hold on to it on this side just in case you fall off?
For the record, the river is 40 to 50 feet across. That's from bank to bank. Just to make sure we're on the same page here.
Yeah, well, I know I have 50 foot of rope. Kane has 50 foot of rope, so we could tie our rope together and then tie it around him and have like 80 foot of rope left, 90 foot of rope
I'm
left.
pretty sure Reen has another 50 foot of rope.
Yeah, and Reen has 50 foot of rope, and I'm pretty sure Iridian and Mithrax do, so we should have plenty of rope.
Okay.
So yeah, Kane, can I see your rope? And
Kane
tie
has
it together.
Asher's rope.
Tie it together, a couple good knots in it, and hand the other end to Reen, have him tie himself
Alan,
up.
you can join Reen on the snake.
Okay. This looks interesting.
And oh yeah,
I tie yourself off too.
Yeah, I'll take some of the rope Because we should still have enough to tie both of them together to the same rope. Yeah. And
We have over
This is
100 foot of rope.
this is going to be terrible. And I'll tie the rope around Alan, too. Make sure the knots are good. All right, boys.
Reen, you guide your snake to go across the river.
Yeah, without going below it.
Without going below, that's fine. The rapids here are significantly stronger than up further where we were. Go ahead and give me a acrobatics or athletics check to see if you hold on to your rope. Because you said you're holding on to rope, I'm going to give you advantage on that. So you hold on as water splashes into your face as the body of this snake blocks the current. And it does occasionally splash water over everything. Your body hits this water, and as before, this water is ice fucking cold. It's surprising that it's not frozen. It's that cold. But it slams into you, and you get a good shiver going on. However, let's see what our dear friend Alan rolls. Alan, not having a saddle rope, just holding onto the snake with his bare hands, slips a little bit, and it looks as if he's about to fall off of the snake.
I'm going to, he's close enough, so I'm going to try and grab him.
Give me a sleight of hand to represent that. 14 is what I was looking for. You snag on to hit the cuff of his pant leg. It begins to tear a little bit as his body is, like, his upper half is submerged. Pull me up! And the snake continues to pull you guys across and practically dumps you guys on that side of the river there. Alan, hacking away as if he doesn't hack enough. Now he's choking up water. Oh, thank you. What the hell was that?
You're fine. Untie myself.
He starts to blame.
Alan.
He starts to blame the rope for him losing his grip.
All right.
So we untied the rope. You can pull it back, and I'm going to send Frank to go back and position himself just like he was before he crossed.
Is your rope saddle still tied around him?
No, that was just kind of my own, like, rope.
You want to, and I'll yell this across the river. Leave your rope saddle on him for the rest of us.
All right, I'm going to leave it.
Sure thing. You send the snake back over. It dives in, comes out the other side. It's very cold to the touch. It is a cold-blooded creature after all. We're going through ice-cold water. Who's next?
Mithrax, Iridian, y'all should go next.
Or should we send them
Sounds
across
good.
one at a time?
I think this.
Yeah, the snake might not be able to take that much.
Well, that's why I was sending Mithrax and Iridian. Mithrax being, and I don't mean this personally, the heavier of us, and Iridian.
That boy
being
is
the
thick.
And Iridian being the lighter of the rest of us.
Maybe one of you guys use your rope to tie a second, like, rope harness around on the snake, so that way it's easier to hold on to it. Should have done that before when we sent Alan across. I said that kind of quiet to him. But, you know, live and learn. Kind of gets on my nerves.
Mithrax agrees that he is very thick.
That boy is thick with 3 C's.
Extra thick.
Yeah. Do we, what do y'all use your rope to make an extra saddle so we still have all that? And then, who else has rope?
Didn't we find some rope?
I'm sorry, I missed what you last said there. I apologize.
I was
Well, I was trying to-
find...
Yeah, we
Find
got
some
rope
rope?
from whenever Vendor died. So
Oh,
I'll tie
yeah,
his
I've
rope.
also got some rope.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. Well, before y'all go across, I'll tie another rope harness around for you guys both to ride across and get
Sure.
across the snake. Yeah.
Sounds good. Either
Absolutely.
way, it's 16 for mine, it looks like.
All right. So you got two rope saddles, which is nothing more than a real like a rope noose tied around the fucking snake, but it works. All
Yeah.
right. So Myth and Iridian, I believe, is what I heard.
And
Mm-hmm.
Mithrax has rope, so
All right.
Yeah.
So Myth and Iridian, as you take a saddle,
And
go ahead.
and I'll say, and just so that way, you know, I've tied the. Anytime anyone's going across, I've tied the 100-footer rope onto them.
Yeah,
So that way,
I figured that.
yeah.
So
Alright.
you splash into the water, and once again, it's a fucking snake. It doesn't really care about you guys. So it slams onto the water. The water hits you and splashes all over your right sides, creating a frozen chill coursing through your body. Iridian and Myth, let's go ahead and make your athletics and/or acrobatics check.
Already done. It looks like. Oh, he had the same problem I did. It looks like a 16 for me and 15 for Mithrax.
I actually see a 12 for you, Iridian.
Oh, okay. It's showing the 16 first on my end.
Weird. It says 12 for mine. So I'll tell you what. Why don't you just roll again, and we'll take that next one. Just once, though.
That works. Then it is.
With a 10, your arm begins to feel pain as the pressure of holding on seems to be outweighing the strength in that arm, as it is still in kind of recovery. You did break it like 5 days ago. So that happens. Myth. You, however, hold on. You hear a slight crack coming from Iridian, and you see him struggling to hold on. It looks like he might be letting go. I know you can't talk right now, so you're welcome to attempt something. You'll help him, I figured as much. Go ahead and give me a sleight of hand to represent you quickly grabbing him. Definitely not Arcana, definitely not Perception, definitely not Medicine, definitely not Persuasion.
they finally got
Oh.
it.
Oh my
That
god.
was a fucking roller coaster.
So 18 was your first sleight of hand that I see here. As you grab onto the back of Iridian's neck, his cape, and pull him up, or the back of the scruff of his shirt, and hold him on. Once again, dangling his knees in the water a little bit. The snake makes it across and dumps you guys over. Reen, I assume you send the snake back over for the last?
Yep.
And
Go get him, Frank.
Is the snake looking like fucked up or anything yet? Like,
It
I
seems
don't
to
want
be
to.
moving slower than it usually does.
Do you think it'll? I don't want to break the staff, guys. Do you think it'll make it across? I'm saying this loud enough for them to hear me across the river. Y'all hear me?
What do you mean?
Just don't want the.
He
Snake.
noticed the snake moving slower. He's wondering, is a cold-blooded creature going through cold water? I mean,
No, I don't want the snake to die and then the staff break and then we don't have our big ass snake anymore.
well, cast Cure Wounds on it when it comes back through.
Okay, yeah, that's a good idea.
You'll
Yeah.
cast what?
When the snake gets back to me, I'll cast Cure Wounds on it to heal it.
Okay.
Will that work?
I don't know.
The spell. I'm gonna link it in the chat and I'm gonna read it before I cast it, though. It just says a creature.
Yeah.
Is the snake's technically a creature, right?
Yeah.
Well, I'm asking Frog out of character.
I don't know. I ain't playing your character for you.
Fuck it. I got 3 spell slots. I'll use one of them to cast Cure Wound. This is such a fucking stupid idea. You know what? You know what though?
sorry, I can't stop
I'm
laughing.
gonna use my free once a day thing. I can cast Speak with Animals for free and not use a spell slot. And I'm gonna cast Speak with Animals, and I'm gonna try and talk to the snake
Okay.
because of
Sure.
my class feature. Once a day, I can do this for free without using a spell slot. I can link the feature in if you want me to.
Just a moment here. I'm reading something.
Or no, wait. No, sorry, I just learned the additional spells. Sorry, they still use a spell slot.
Okay.
Oh no, once a day without using a spell slot helps if you read the whole thing.
All right, not a problem. All right, cool. So yeah, you cast your speak with animal.
And I talk to the snake. Like, hey, how you feeling, buddy? You okay?
It you.
I speak Dwarvish, if that helps.
Sure, it does. I'm trying to think of what a snake would say in this situation. You.
Like, are you feeling hurt?
So hold on. I'm getting there. I'm just trying to put it into words that I feel would be appropriate here. So you know that sound in your head when you talk to yourself.
Yeah.
Okay, and then you know how you can make that sound stop for a while and just not
Yeah.
think of anything. That's what you hear, but in that echoey kind of sound, in the conversion, as you converse with this animal, all you hear is the flicking of a tongue, as if it's tasting the air. But that's what you hear in response. There's no actual words.
It can't convey any type of emotion or anything to me.
It has an intelligence of 1, bro.
Well, it says at a minimum it can include what it's perceived and stuff, so I figured it could like
It
give me an
seems to
emotion
be,
of if it's feeling hurt.
if it could shiver, it would.
It feels
Okay.
cold.
Then I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on it
Okay.
and help my little snake buddy out. Because Asher has a soft spot for animals.
Okay. Fantastic. You cure wounds and you see
For
icicles.
7 healing.
Beautiful. 1 second. All right. You cast your cure wounds and you feel it to the touch. It start to warm up a little bit. And it seems to be a little bit more lively as its tongue flickers a little bit quicker. And it kind of bobs to the left and right a little bit.
Feeling better, bud? Do you like the name Frank? Do you want a different name? Is that a no? Nod your head up and down. Move your head up and down if you like it, side to side if you don't.
It's kind of bobbing back and forth.
Like, it doesn't like the name?
It's just kind of bobbing back and forth, left and right.
I think it doesn't care.
Yeah, I think it doesn't care. Okay, well, I'll pat it on the head. It's like you're doing good. And give it a little scrooch under the chin, by like the jaw. And then
Alright.
hop on it.
Absolutely. Kane, you hop on it too?
And I'm going to...
Tie the rope saddle to us.
Yeah, and then tie our ropes around us and yell across, hold on.
Hold on to it.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, cool. So, the snake, yet again, splashes into the water and begins to kind of hoof it across the water with its 30-foot speed. Go ahead and give me that athletics or acrobatics check, gentlemen, and see if you hang on tight.
And we get it at advantage, right?
Advantage
Since we're tied off.
because of the
Oh,
rope, yep.
Natural 20.
Asher, as you're in the lead here and Kane's kind of behind you, you hear Kane go, oh, 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 oh!
We'll reach back and grab my buddy.
And let's represent that with a sleight of hand check.
Oh, I don't have an advantage on that. Sorry.
You don't have, that's all right. We'll always, every time you roll like that, we'll always just take the left number. All
right.
So an 11 doesn't do it. As Asher goes, oh, or not Asher, excuse me. As Kane goes, oh, 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 and Kane.
Story of my life.
Kane begins to kind of quickly flow down river to the point that the rope kind of boom, kind of snags you together. What's that rope tied off to again?
It's me and him are tied off with like 20, like we didn't specify, but probably like 10, 20 foot of slack between us.
Okay,
Yeah.
And
fantastic.
then they're holding it on the other side.
So you feel a tug on your waistline as you guys are tied off to each other. The snake pulls you across. Kane's still in the water. You hop off your snake, grab onto the rope. I assume Marine and Myth are also going to grab the rope.
Yeah,
Yep.
I've been trying to I'm pull as soon as I get a chance. I'm starting to pull on the rope.
Yeah, so with three of you going, I'm not going to have you even roll for that. That's more than enough. And you kind of pull Kane onto the shoreline. Kane, you get pulled out of the water. Kane, what are you wearing again?
I'm wearing my coat, my clothes, and my armor.
So your coat is soaked through clean with icy
Yep.
water. Once the water hits the air, it begins to frost over and freeze. The air temperature is warm enough to thaw it, but it seems like it might take a minute or two for that to happen.
I'm gonna start trying to pull Kane's cloak jacket off of him to get the
Yeah.
freezing cold fabric off of him.
All right, someone's got a fire going.
Yeah, and then once I get his jacket off of him, I'll take my cloak off and wrap it around him to help kind of warm him up a little bit.
Sure thing. With Iridian throwing fire bolts down like a champ, trying to get a fire started as you find some kindling and dried brush. A small fire is able to be constructed in about 10 to 15 minutes' time. It's a slow burning small fire, but it's enough for, to get, like, if you put your hands close enough, your hands will get warm.
Could I find some wood to add to it to make it bigger?
Sure. Give me a perception or an investigate. Actually, give me an investigation check, please, Asher.
Not survival?
Um, just please do what I ask.
Okay. Ah, shit.
Damn it, not what I was going for. Now you may use survival to find
Okay.
wood.
I should have. You said I should have used perception. I'm an idiot. 18.
You're able to pick up some wood. You grab this one semi-decently sized log, like a handful log, and you peel to the side, and it kind of reveals some footprints behind it.
Do I recognize the footprints?
Absolutely. Not that dissimilar from the footprints you were trying to follow.
Orc prints?
They seem to be humanoid.
Humanoid? All right. Can I investigate them?
You already did, and you failed. That was
Oh, okay. I
that's
failed.
what your investigation
Okay, that was the investigation. Okay. I'll bring the firewood back.
Not only did you fail, you failed horribly.
Yeah. But I did notice. You said I did see footprints
Now
when I
you
moved
see
the wood.
footprints because you grabbed some logs. Absolutely.
Okay. So I'll bring the firewood back and I'll put it on the fire and I'll tell everybody I saw some footprints once I moved some wood. And agree with Iridian that sending his owl up would probably be a good idea.
Sure thing. You send your owl up, Iridian, and in its immediate area, you see the side of the mountain that you came down to the east, where the avalanche has kind of leveled off that whole area, just like an ocean of snow over there. Towards Beaton, you see a lot of trees. Unfortunately, the canopy is kind of thick, so it's difficult to see ground movement. Occasionally you'll see some speckled spots of ground through the canopy, but not enough to get a full-on, not enough to triangulate or I get a good identify through the tree line.
Okay, I pass it on. I don't really see anything. So if we're here, they've already gone by.
Would my speak with animals still be up? Does it last for 10 minutes?
Yeah, sure. Why not? I'll say you have like a minute left. We'll be fair.
All right, I'll call out to I'll do something to get a bird down to me and put some piece of a ration out or something. Ask it if it saw greenskins within the last 24 hours by the river.
Well, it's assuming that there's. Hold on.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'd ask if the bird comes down.
With a 16, I could reasonably say there's a sparrow near you. Actually, a group of sparrows, like 5 of them, maybe.
Okay.
You're welcome to try animal handling.
Okay.
Where the -1 in charisma is going to come into play.
Animal handling is wisdom.
You know,
Oh.
as
Let's go. Roll the one.
you hold out a dried meat ration, and you go, and these birds just go away.
Well, all right.
You're like, oh.
All right. Let.
What was it? Second.
All
All
right.
right.
I'm good to travel. And Kane just takes his coat and asks Asher to put it in the bag of holding for right now.
All right. You can wear my cloak if you want to, and I'll
Thank you.
wring his
Y'all
coat
morning
out a
drive?
little bit and put it in the bag of holding.
Oh, I'm still cold. Just give me one more minute.
Do we want to take a short rest? I don't think we really need one.
I'm good.
All right.
Do we want to
Can
send
I
a
go
snake?
back?
What's the question?
Uh, Never mind. I already rolled a one whenever it came up to the tracks. I was going to try and go back to them.
Yeah, no. No, you had your chance, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Do we want to send the snake back onto the staff?
Hell no. Well, at least you summon once a day. What if you need it?
Yeah, but if he dies, then the staff breaks and we lose it forever.
How's he gonna
Yeah.
die just slithering around?
He was pretty fucked up whenever we came across the river. I had to heal him some for us to be able to get across. I don't know how long he'd last in a fight. I think the cold river took a lot out of him.
Are you sure it was the river? Maybe he didn't heal from the damage that we did to him before.
No, it was when it goes back to the staff, it heals. It regains all hit points.
Oh, okay.
Fine. Over here, Frank. Antidote.
As you summon Frank over, it kind of charges speedily at you, as if it's gonna like trample you. And then, as you say antidote, it shrinks rapidly, smacking onto the staff. It wraps around the staff, around the knotted top, kind of does this dodging and weaving kind of motion, and then freezes in place in this pretty cool, intricate snake pose. Actually, different pose than the last time it was on there.
I don't think Frog meant for us to use the snake as a ferry across rivers, but
You could use it for whatever the fuck you want. You could turn it into boots for all I care.
He's our friend.
All right, guys. So, the tracks are still there. Either humanoid, you did acknowledge that already. You're welcome to follow them, or you plan on going back across the river. What's the plan?
Alan, you know
Yeah.
a quick way to Beaton from here?
Yes, I told you. It's through this little valley here. Shave off about 6 hours. 6 hours.
you said it was kind of treacherous, right? Though.
It's been known to be a difficult trip, but doable. Not
Would
think of the road less
elaborate
traveled.
elaborate on difficult. Are we talking just rough terrain, or we could
Well,
have to fight stuff?
I mean, I could do it because I'm the man of these woods here, or I'm the dwarf in these parts. I don't need help. I could do it myself. I'm just trying to help you guys.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying what makes it treacherous? Is it the terrain itself is just rough and it's hard to move through, or are we gonna like wild animals that might try and attack us? Like I don't know, owl bears, wolves,
He looks at
regular
you.
bears.
He looks at you a little dumbfounded, and he asks you to reminisce on your travels to the mountain. If you've run into any owl bears, wolves, or anything in particular.
Yeah, we have. I'm just saying, are they extra thick in that area or something? Is there like something special about it that makes it more dangerous than any of the other paths?
He replies back in his gruff, gruff and raspy, smoke-lunged voice. Look, boy, if you're afraid, you're welcome to take the extra 6 hours, but we're going this way. You want to protect this town or not?
I'm not afraid. I'm just trying to ask you so we know what to be prepared for when we go through it. I want
He
to take the shortcut.
he elbows Reen in the side hip or the thigh, and kind of like, eh? He's scared, eh?
Yep, definitely scared.
Oh, Asher, just let it go.
I-
just let it go.
Ah,
I understand.
lead on then, buddy.
Finally. Ugh. Quicker I get home and get a nice
The
warm
quicker we
bath.
get rid of you. You have no idea. Like, I want to, like, Josh wants to slap Alan.
Absolutely. Fantastic. He's right this way, and he stumbles for a brief moment, catches himself with his hand, and looks back at you guys. I meant to do that. And he continues to
Sure you did.
walk into the tree line. Just a moment.
So follow him.
Where did I put it?
Hey, Iridian, while we're walking, do you want to have your owl kind of following above us, keeping an eye out?
So you make way. Into the tree line, which would be represented kind of the picture I'm putting here for you. So into the tree line, you make way, snapping branches, kicking over some rocks, just kind of trudging through the woods. The canopy being very thick, the owl itself is able to fly through here, but it's not, the greatest place for open flight. But it's doable, as the owl can hover maybe 20 feet above you, hopping from branch to branch, keeping an eye out. Are you looking through its eyes during this time, Iridian?
I was thinking.
I can look through its eyes, but I was more just flying it around and keeping in contact with it. And then a couple times, maybe glancing through, but other than that, just having the owl look.
Fair enough. After about another half hour to 45 minutes of travel, let's go with perception checks, everybody. Since we are technically not on the mountain anymore, I'm going to change to this.
That's better. Fucking 25.
Asher, you look down and you come across those prints again. They are a few, and they seem to be booted, but not like a manufactured boot. Seems to be
Yeah.
more makeshift.
Could I get like a rough count of how many might be there,
Ooh, I mean,
or like
is-
investigating them?
yeah. If you give me an investigate, I'll give you a better shot at it. But
Okay.
yeah, we can give it a shot.
Fuck me.
You know, it's just difficult to tell how many there are right now. You could at least tell a minimum of 2.
All right. Well, there's a group of them headed this, and they're headed in the same direction we're headed, right?
Absolutely.
All right. I think they are headed towards Beaton, guys. There's a bunch of footprints here. Not sure how many. I'm totally underplaying the fact that I rolled shitty on investigation. Yeah, they definitely probably.
I mean, you
some
reckon
green
there
screens
are?
headed this way. Yeah, they're moving this way. They're moving in the same direction we are. They're just a little ahead of us.
Do you think there's more than 10?
Not sure with the ground and everything. It's kind of hard to tell exactly how many there are, but there is a group of them that's been moving through here.
Okay, well, let's run them down and kill them.
Let's not run them down and kill them. Let's
That's
get
what we
close
did
enough
with the
to
other group.
let's get close enough to observe them. Yeah, but they've also had a chance to kind of rest up, and get eyes on them, get a better count how many there are, and seems like a number we can handle. We'll fight them in a regular fight. If it's a large force, we can do some harassing attacks and then slow them down to get to beating ahead of them. You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
All right.
All right. You continue to walk down the path, crunching leaves and twigs underneath your foot. Occasionally, Alan turning around, saying "shh," continuing the walk through. In fact, let me roll him a stealth real quick. See how is he doing? Oh, he knows the spot. Yeah, man, he's chilling. The trees, and for another half an hour, the trees start to get thicker as the woods begin to get thicker as well. Trees larger, the canopy more profound, blocking out a little bit more sunlight, things of that nature, and the walls begin to kind of go more, kind of like valley-esque we were discussing before.
Mm-hmm.
And once again, I'll draw it again just to make sure we're on the same page. So, with trees kind of growing out, all that stuff and whatnot. So it's kind of like a channeled valley in a sort of way. If it was raining right now, this would probably turn into a stream of some sort. You continue. Iridian. Actually, everyone, one more time. Give me one more final perception check here, as it has been about an hour more of walking through. You start to hear the birds stop chirping in these parts. Rather, you don't hear birds chirping nearly as much. If anything, you hear more insectoid noises in this particular area. The terrain, and it feels like it's around noon to 2 o'clock at this point. But it seems darker in this area for some reason. Iridian, you in particular, come across just to the left of the trail this weird circle of stones. They seem to be like a campfire, but they're all flat, but there's no fire in the middle.
Hey, what's this? It looks like it's it was a campfire. There's a circle of stones.
Want to go take a look at it?
Sure.
You
How
approach.
far away is it?
Probably not too far since I saw it.
Like, you basically kind of push the ferns to the side a little bit, and it's much more clear. You push it to the side, and you kind of take a close look at it. So these stones seem to have like runic kind of inscriptions on every other stone, and in the middle there seems to be like this wooden figure, like branches and twigs kind of tied together with some sort of string, I think. Like, you can't really identify what's tying it all together, but it looks like a stick man wooden doll kind of situation.
Investigate?
Would it be
Sure.
similar? Would it be similar to the doll I found that the lizard woman dropped?
No.
Okay.
No, this is different. Yeah, no.
Okay.
That's a good one though. Nice callback.
Yeah.
Kane, you look at it. In particular, what strikes your curiosity is what's twining this all together, as it doesn't seem like rope or wire.
Can I look around the clearing that it's in, and see if I see anything else?
It's not necessarily in a clearing. It's definitely cleared where the circle is, but you have to physically push brush to the side to be able to see it.
Okay. There aren't any like markings on like the trees or anything.
Sure. Go ahead and roll me an investigate as well, buddy.
Okay. See if I can roll better than a 1. It's better than a 1. I just like to point out that 2 times I rolled investigation, I rolled a 1 twice.
The trees are larger here. The ground is mushier, very like pre-swamp like, I guess would be a way to say it. Like the ground, you know how it squishes where it's not mud, but it is, you know what I mean? It's like that saturated ground soot.
Yeah.
And when you step on it, you actually hear like the juices underneath your foot just kind of squeeze through as if you're walking on a wet carpet.
Yeah.
But you don't seem to see any kind of markings on trees outside of these runic inscriptions on these flat stones with this little wooden figure in the middle.
Iridian, any arcane knowledge that this site stuff might be associated with?
It's not Elvish, is it? Just off chance that it's a language I know.
I could check for you actually. And
If it's Elf,
I think we lost Iridian.
Yeah,
if
does
it's
that speak
Elvish or
Dwarvish, Elvish,
Sylvan,
and Goblin?
I also speak Elvish and I speak Sylvan as well. So if it's Sylvan, Kane can read it.
Iridian.
I
there you are.
speak Draconic and Common.
So Iridian, you were asked a question.
I didn't
Yeah.
hear the question because it's bouncing in and out.
Kane asked if you have any if these runes have any arcane meaning to you.
You don't read. Anyone here speak Orin?
I don't know what that is.
I thought somebody did.
Oh, no one's speaking up, so therefore, nope. You can't read these runes.
Probably Thalia.
I've got an Arcana check coming.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm willing to bet it's Thalia too.
As soon as the damn thing goes
What would
through.
be a bitch was if it was in Vindor.
Let me know when you're doing that check there, Iridian. I think his internet's crapping out, guys. In the meantime, while we wait for that, Reen, what's your head at?
Just looking around, no idea what all this crap is here.
Reen, as you kind of just look around and kicking over some ferns and stuff, underneath some brushed up ferns, as you kick past these ferns, they kind of open up, and there seems to be a dead orc under the fern. It looks to have been gutted, as in like a surgical slice from sternum to just above the bladder. It doesn't seem to have much blood around. At least inherently, that's what you first see.
All right, so I'm gonna swords off the back now. The shield's in my left hand. I'm like, we got a dead orc over here, guys.
Alan's like, what's going on? What's going on?
There's a dead orc by Reen.
As Alan comes up to the dead orc, which is about 10 feet away from the runic inscriptions and the circle that you're looking at, immediately Alan's, oh, no. He kind of hops back onto the trail, and he starts making, like, symbol signs, like religious symbol signs on his body, like the equivalent of drawing the crucifix on your body, you know what I mean? But, you know, in different pantheons.
What's going on? Alan.
You're right.
That's the work of a witch.
Witch.
That's a witch. I know a witch when I see one.
It'll be all right, tough guy. Asher's gonna go over. Can I check out the orc? Like do a medicine check on it? I'm not proficient at
absolutely.
it. But
I mean, you can still inherently make a check. You just, you won't be able to assist. That's all.
Yeah, I was to see if like, kind of look and see if there's like organs missing. To be specific on what I'm looking for.
With an
Alan?
11, probably not.
with an 11, it's just odd that there's no blood and a clear slice down the abdomen.
Alan, is there a witch that lives in these woods?
Not that I've seen, but
Have you heard about one?
not that I've heard. But how do you explain this?
You're the tough guy that can go through here all the time with no problem. You tell us.
If it was an army of orcs, yes. I don't play with witches.
It'll be all right.
Still making
Uh,
the equivalent.
Kane just kind of looks at him and chooses to ignore it for now. But he does say, let's just keep moving. I don't think we should mess with that. He points to the stick figure.
Yeah.
Let's just go.
Okay.
Asher's gonna mumble "idiot" under his breath towards like Alan.
So, Myth, all this is happening. Where's your head at?
I think we lost Myth.
He said he was driving last time. I think he's home by now.
He's not in the chat anymore.
Oh, he DC'd? Oh, shit.
Yeah, he's not.
I guess
he
he
disconnected
did
from
DC.
Discord.
Purple Demon Baby picks him up.
We don't even know when it happened.
I don't. But
Thus is the power of the purple
I
demon,
heard it.
baby.
Ding, like the disconnect ding whenever Alan was doing the sign of the cross.
Yeah. So.
Not a problem. So yeah, you guys continue to walk in. As you get closer and closer, it kind of, these trees are much larger now, but there's just in the distance you see a really thick canopy of a tree. It seems to be of a different species of tree, really condensed and thick, like to the point that virtually no sunlight goes through this canopy. And by your best guess, like we said before, it feels as if it's noon. No, excuse me, not noon. 1 to 3 o'clock ish at this point. It goes. The terrain itself goes downhill slightly, and like a small stream kind of puddles itself down the center of this. I mean, call it valley, I suppose, but a small stream seems to trickle down this decline in elevation towards this very large tree in the middle. Everyone give me one more perception check. Only because you're all on alert. Alan's in the back, by the way.
I rolled a 14.
Shouldn't Alan be ahead of us since he's supposed to be leading us through this?
Alan's
Yeah.
like, I don't mess with witches. No, nope. You go that way. That's the right way. If you continue to go that way, I'll guide you from back here.
Oh, come on, tough guy. We'll be okay.
Mm-hmm.
At least stay in the middle of us. We can at least protect you better that way.
Yeah, at the back, you're a target.
Sure, I'll catch
No.
up.
The witch might come grab you.
Asher, you hear whistling.
I'll stop everybody and just tell them to put my finger to my lips, like be quiet, and quietly tell them I hear whistling. Do I get like a direction, or is it just one of those like?
It's down the hill.
You hear
next
it,
to the
but
tree.
all right, I'll stop everybody and tell them to be quiet, and like the whole finger to your lips thing. And say,
Alan dives into a group of ferns, ducking all the way under it.
of course. I hear whispering down by that, or whistling down by that tree. We might have some company.
Well,
Uh,
let's just be on guard.
Iridium, do you want to send your owl over to check it out? Could be the orcs.
Yeah,
I
I
don't-
can send Al to go take a look.
I don't
it's
think
anything-
orcs whistle.
I don't know if it's any. Well, we at least need to know what it is, and if it's anything other than orcs, we leave it the fuck alone.
As you guys converse, you see a figure of a beautiful, absolutely gorgeous elven woman, walking out in this kind of like a not a nightgown, but the next level up, right? So,
Like cliche.
like the lady of the lake would wear. You know what I mean? Like that
Yeah.
nice
Okay.
little fucking not a nightie. I don't know female clothes, but you know what
It's
I'm
a
talking
dress.
about.
It's a light dress.
Yes,
Yeah,
sure.
it's
I
like a
like
Thin
that.
sheening or
fabric.
something.
She's
It's something they.
barefoot, and
Yeah.
behind her, by the back of like the tuft of hair, the back of like the back hair of an orc, she's dragging this unconscious orc behind her, whistling. She kind of props the orc up to the side of another tree that's nearby, and she's she goes into like a pocket and pulls out this looks like a black glass knife of some sort, and begins to kind of like the back of the orc is kind of towards you guys, so you can't quite see, but you hear kind of like cutting sounds.
She might be a friend. Doesn't look like she likes orcs either.
Last time you said that, we ended up having to fight lizard folk.
True, but she looks like an elf, and I've never met lizard folk before, but I have met elves.
She looks like an elf, but having dealt with witches in the past, she
What?
might not be. It's a long story.
We're gonna have to
She-
get into that eventually.
Ye- Eventually, we will.
I'll buy the drinks. But right now she's killing an orc. I agree with her tactics. That's all I'm saying.
That's fine. That means.
I feel
Well-
like we're some creepy peeping toms right now.
Well, we are watching an elf in a sheer dress cut an orc.
Whilst whistling. This is some dark shit.
Thank
I'm
you,
sorry,
Frog.
I had to take a moment to laugh at that.
You continue to hear the whistling happening as she then, when she finishes cutting what she's trying to cut, you see her plunk the this black glass dagger into the dirt, and then she takes her hand, and you could hear her rummaging through the abdomen of this orc, and pulls out this. Imagine, I don't want to say. All right, imagine like an appendix, and she's kind of like flipping back and forth, like playing with it a little bit. She then pulls a pouch off of her hip, kind of puts it in the pouch. She then picks up the obsidian, or not the obsidian, the black glass dagger, and then works on an eyeball, starts to kind of cut out what looks like cutting out the eyeball. Still whistling.
The orc
Maybe
does look dead, right?
it's dead now.
It's not screaming.
Maybe we don't want to go like talk to her. Let's try and go around.
You
I really
hear,
don't want.
as you're talking, you hear, Jerry, man, are you done yet? Just a minute.
Are these redneck elves?
I don't know if I should take offense to that or not.
The eyeball pops out, rolls to the ground quickly. She picks it up and blows it off, brings up a separate pouch, and then starts going, like, opening the orc's mouth up and quickly cuts the tongue out and kind of goes. She bites it, starts chewing it.
Those are witches. Those are witches.
Yeah, those are witches. Let's not fuck with the witches.
Yeah, let's just.
I don't think she's actually an elf.
No. Well, she may have been an elf at one time.
Let's hook around a ways and bypass this tree.
Well,
Alan,
before
your
you
short
do
fucks
that,
up.
before you do that,
Mhm.
1 second here. Let me check something.
Are you about to roll for witches?
No, but you see her stop chewing for a second and look with her head cocked to the side a little bit. Once again, we're talking a fucking 10 of an elf, man. Like, holy shit. Complete auga, right? So
Yeah.
she cocks her head with a little bit of blood dripping down like the crack of her mouth. She goes sniffing the air.
Which direction is the wind blowing from?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Are we upwind or
I
downwind?
I will say this. I'm gonna roll a D100. You guys are currently moving from east to west. The tree is technically to your west, so I'm gonna roll a D100 and let's see where the wind is blowing.
So the
50,
tree.
59. The wind is blowing south, mostly south, slightly to the west.
Okay, so she's kind of catching our scent then. Or no,
But
the
she
wind's hitting
can.
us in the face, right? If it's blowing from the southwest, or is it blowing to the
It's
southwest?
blowing to the southwest.
Yeah, so
Okay, so
it,
it
And
is. It
you're
is
also in kind of a V cavern of sorts, so the air also circulates a little differently down there as well.
Okay. And she's just so I'm orientating myself right. She's in the path, the direction we're traveling to Beaton, right?
Yes.
Yeah, because we're trying to head west. Okay, I'm just trying to make sure I'm not flipped around on my directions. Like I said, Asher is way smarter than Josh is. uh,
So
because
she
Josh
starts
will
to
be
look.
down there in a minute and be
She
like, "Hey, girl,
starts
how
to
you
look
doing?"
in your direction.
I'm
You have one reaction.
gonna try and hide.
Okay.
I'm gonna hide too.
Okay. I want you guys all roll me stealths. In fact, I'm gonna roll a stealth for Alan as well.
Fuck. God damn it. Doesn't happen to be dark where we're at, does it?
So Iridian and Fate, are you gonna roll or
I had to get up for one thing. What did we just roll?
Stealth.
stealth? What was the last thing you heard? Because a lot of stuff just happened.
Like 10 seconds I was gone.
Okay. Oh my lord.
I'm
As
just glad Kane is not alone in being seen.
as
Well,
Rena was
Asher and
hiding behind
Iridian
a
are
bush, she lets out a
She goes, come out. Come out.
Is she speaking common?
Yes. Come out. We are just making some supper. You smell hungry.
What do you want to do?
No.
I'll be the sacrificial lamb, I guess.
No. Kane steps out.
I'll step out with him.
Nope.
Not letting my buddy die.
Ooh.
I am
I'm
going nowhere.
I'm sure we
Yeah.
have room for two. You're
We're-
welcome. Dinner's about to be served.
I'll gesture towards the orc that's on the ground and say, I see we're hunting the same quarry.
Say what?
The orc that she's been butchering, I'm going to say,
Yeah.
I see we're hunting the same quarry.
Oh,
We're hunting the same prey.
these are just intruders, you see. They tried taking our stuff. We're just defending ourselves. As she kind of
I have
she sleight of hands kind of her index finger knuckle cleaning off the blood on the side of her cheek, or like that, the dribble.
Hey, dead
Since
orcs.
motive, are we the ones for dinner?
Yeah.
No,
Insight check.
we're having boar, wild boar.
Okay.
Insight.
Yeah. Insight, please.
You could roll
Oh,
inside,
God.
sure.
Oh, merciful one.
What's her 1 second here?
Fuck me.
Give me one moment here while I make the appropriate check. Yeah, she's cooking boar.
Really appreciate the offer.
Jerry, man,
We
what's
just-
taking you so long?
We're
I'm
just
coming,
trying to.
Anatole. We have guests.
We're just trying to pass through to get back to town and find these orcs and make sure they don't try and take anybody else's stuff. We want to stop them.
As you are speaking, Anatole comes out. A equally gorgeous elf, black hair. They look like twins, just with different color hair.
What's the what was the other one's hair color that we've been talking to?
Blonde.
Okay.
Can I speak to them in Elvish? And I'll speak to the one that just stepped out in Elvish and just say, like, hello, greetings.
Yes. Are you hungry?
Didn't look like she understood what I was saying.
Oh, Mithrax has joined us.
Purple Demon Baby spits him back out. So quick update myth. There's two gorgeous elves, one blonde, one black hair. Look like identical twins that just butchered up an orc. Seem to be in a hovel of some sort made in a tree. And they are aware of your presence.
And we saw the blonde one eat the other one's tongue.
Yeah. We're like 90% sure they're not elves. But from the other one's reaction, could I tell if she didn't understand what I was saying?
She quickly changes the topic and offers you a drink as well. They have some fresh wine.
I'll kind of whisper to Kane in Elvish. Or no, I don't know that you speak Elvish. You said that out of character, didn't you?
Speak Elvish to him, see if he responds. RP it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll speak Elvish quietly to Kane and say, I don't think they speak Elvish. And yeah, I'll say
Kane
that
just
to Kane.
looks at him and kind of nods in agreement.
All right.
As Mithrax just walks forward towards them.
Damn it! You thick bitch.
Myth, how long do you have audio, man? Because I can't keep on reading everything in real time. I don't want to skip opportunities on you.
Yeah, Mithrax is going for some of that food.
This is devolved.
So
it happens
I
to
was
me.
having to switch over. Can you hear me okay right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Mithrax is going to kind of walk over, go, well, this kind of smells a little bit good. Can I try some? As he kind of puts his hand out and asking question.
Well, we're still a good distance away from him, aren't we?
No, he walked up.
No,
Yeah.
I walked him.
Okay.
I came in right when you were talking about her eating the tongue, and I was like, why not? Let's have some fun. I'm walking over to them and just want to kind of see if I can't get a piece of whatever they're cooking to try it.
The black-haired one puts her arm around your shoulders. Right this way, sweetheart.
Oh, Lord.
Plenty of food. And your friends, as she kind of waves her hand in the air, and the ferns in front of Alan kind of spread open, revealing Alan with his hands over his head.
Come on.
Yeah, I guess I'll start slowly making my way down there. Don't think this is a good idea, King.
Absolutely. Reen.
Kane responds back in Elvish.
Yeah, I was saying it in Elvish.
No.
Yeah, we're fucked.
Kane responds back in Elvish. Not exactly.
You know what? Reen, I want to hear what you're doing real quick.
All right, were they able to detect me at all? Am I I'm here?
You know what? 1 second.
What did you roll?
No, they did not detect you yet.
All right, good.
And
So
his-
I'm gonna wait 10 more seconds, and then I'm gonna come pretending to be out of breath and running down to everybody like, guys, the orcs, they crossed the river. They're gonna be here in about an hour. Got to be a whole army of them. We got to get going.
Roll a deception check, please.
Shit.
Fuck.
Oh, I'm sure they won't cross too far too fast. Definitely time for a meal.
Um,
Kane
I really,
responds back in Elvish to Asher, don't eat anything
of
or
course,
drink anything.
of course. Um, I really appreciate the offer of the food, and I'm sure it's fantastic. But we really have to get going.
She,
Poor Alan here hasn't been home in a few days. He just wants to get back home.
the blonde, kind of responds by kind of look like she's getting ready to tear up a little bit, and with that little thin dress that she has on, she kind of, you know how, oh God, it's gonna sound horrible. And, it's not the kind of game I want, but follow me on this, right? So
I
Tries to
understand,
show off
Frog.
the assets a little bit.
she kind of like, yeah, she kind of pulls like you know how the spaghetti straps are, and how
Uh-huh.
some girls do that fucking thing with their middle finger sometimes, and they kind of pull it down a little bit. So she's like, are you sure you don't want to stay? And she's clearly engaged with you, Asher, right now.
I very.
Kane whispers in Asher's ear, remember, Zane's waiting for you back in Beaton in Elvish.
I was about to say that. Yeah, yeah. It's very, very, gracious of you to offer us food, but I kind of have. I don't think my lady friend would appreciate me having dinner with two fine women like yourself in the woods.
Give me a deception check.
Line out my ass with negative with an 8 charisma. Please roll high.
You better be the 20,
Four.
because I totally rolled a
Yeah,
20.
I rolled a 14. I tried. Can we just take a moment to appreciate
That's
that's
actually
the
a pretty
first
decent
time
roll. That's a
I
pretty
rolled a
decent
charisma
roll.
check, like a charisma skill based anything, and it's been double digits. I just
So
want to.
so she looks back at you. I don't like liars.
Well,
You're pretty bad at it.
I might be over at saying what me and her are, but it's a girl I'm talking to. I don't want to piss her off.
But
You know.
you're willing to piss me off? I haven't. I'm just offering you a meal. You look so parched and so hungry.
Kane, help here.
Uh, what's your name?
Yeah, I don't even know your name.
What it,
It seems rude to eat without knowing your name.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're right. Introductions are needed. Hi, I'm Jeremy. She kind of approaches you and extends her hand as if she wants to shake yours.
but
Um,
wait, is she approaching Asher or me?
Let's go with, you know what? Even better. Give me odds or evens, Kane.
fuck me,
Odds.
buddy.
I rolled a 9. That's an odd. She goes up to you, Kane, and offers her hand for shaking.
Hmm. Hold on, let me take a second.
And I'm imagining me and you are beside each other, right, Kane?
Yes.
All right, cool.
Kane tentatively takes her hand and says, "Nice to meet you too," and shakes it.
I'm watching Kane and her the whole time. He's in physical contact with her to see if anything fucky happens.
She shakes your hand and she holds it firmly for a brief moment, and she takes her thumb and starts kind of circling on your skin a little bit. Ooh, strong hands. You must be pretty deadly in combat.
Well, I try to be.
It's so weird.
Sorry, I can't help but laugh right now. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Okay, it's this has happened.
You must have a strong heart and a desire.
Uh, you could say that.
She puts her hand on your chest gently and kind of tickles that little puff of chest hair over your heart.
Mm-hmm.
She's not doing anything like trying to cast anything on him, right?
I don't know.
Well, I was just curious if I'd pick it up with like my passive
I mean,
perception or anything.
your passive perception, nothing seems out of line.
Okay.
Come, silly. And she kind of grabs you by the shirt can and she starts to kind of guide you towards the tree. We're gonna pause outside for a moment. In fact, let's take our 10-minute break now, and we'll come back to this.
Oh God.
Yeah,
Oh
we'll
God. What have we gotten ourselves into?
I don't know.
Be back at on the hour directly. So it's like 9.5 minutes.
All right,
Weird
sounds
being
good.
seduced by a frog man.
Oddly, not the weirdest thing that's happened to me.
Yeah, it's low on the weird scale, but you know, if I had a nickel for every time it happened, it'd be twice now, and it's not a lot, but it's weird that it's happened twice.
Well,
I'm just trying not to laugh while this conversation's happening. It's just so like cringy, iconic.
Well, Kane's got his guard up. I mean, he doesn't want to insult her because he's honestly not trying to pick a fight, but he's also trying not to be lunch.
Yeah, I don't want to fight witches, but I also don't want to like get eaten by witches.
Yeah. So quick clarification: is Alan tied up by them?
No, they just moved the ferns out from him. So either they're
Okay.
witches or they're some type of weird druids. And I'm picking up
Maybe
like
they could
weird
be
hippie
Catholic.
vibes.
I mean, they're
What?
just carnivorous druids. That's all.
You should definitely talk to them about the tar stuff.
Yeah. But they're definitely not elves because I spoke to them in Elvish and they quickly changed the subject and acted like they didn't know what I was saying. And me and Kane have been talking to each other in Elvish and they don't seem to be picking up what we're saying.
All I know is Draconic, Common, and Primordial.
Yeah, I only
All I
know,
know is I'm hiding behind a tree.
right?
Okay.
All I know is Elvish, Dwarvish, and Goblin.
Common and Draconic.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, and Common.
Actually, I think I have one more.
I honestly kind of want to take either the Linguist feat or the Prodigy feat from Xanathar.
Oh, Abyssal. Common, Draconic, and Abyssal.
Kinky. How many fuzzy shackles do you
To all the Eldritch daddies.
Oh, fuzzy? No, they're spiked.
Yeah.
Oh god. I got like 400 more feet of pub crawling. Great.
What?
Oh, I'm still technically driving. I'm just going 3 miles an hour. My hazard's on because I had to switch myself to sleeper. Cal will understand this. I had to switch myself to sleeper. Otherwise, I was going to go over my drive time that I'm allowed to do each day. So I'm on a side street, 400 feet away from my yard, pub crawling at 2 to 3 miles an hour, so I don't trigger my clock, as I have 2 minutes after my clock.
Why don't you just go to off-duty drive time or whatever?
I don't have
private
personal
driving.
time. I don't have personal time. It's my clock. I'm a fleet driver. They don't allow us to have that on our clocks for the options.
Oh, you can't do personal convey stuff. Because my dad's a truck driver, and he owns his own truck contracts.
Yeah, I'm a company driver, so I can't do personal conveyance. As they pay, even if my trailer's empty, they still pay me for the mileage. So
shit.
I've had to.
Well, the main thing about that is you can't use personal conveyance, period, in order to continue a load. But
Yeah.
you're also not supposed to be driving on the sleeper either.
I mean, I switched over to sleeper, and I was half a mile out, or half mile out from my yard. So I've been just pub crawling on the side street my yard's on, just down to the yard.
Why not? Why don't you do on-duty yard move?
Can't do that, unfortunately.
Why not?
I have only 2 minutes of drive time period for the day left.
You cut out through all of that, so I didn't hear you. You're on your 14-hour though.
My 14-hour, I have. Let's see here, I got 10 minutes left on that, and for the yard time, I have to get a hold of my dispatch, which is already left for the day, to be switched to that. The only thing I can switch to, the only thing I can do myself for my clock is switch between off duty, sleeper, drive, and on duty, not driving. I can't do anything else other than that myself.
They can't go back and like change it.
That's weird because a lot of stuff federally, dispatch isn't supposed to touch that type of stuff.
Yeah. Yes, technically they could go back and edit things, but then I get yelled at for technically fucking up my drive calculations, and I don't feel like getting yelled at on my day off. So it's pub crawling because they don't realize when we pub crawl. So I'm just doing that.
And you said you had like 2 minutes left until you went over.
So, yeah.
So you're just creeping your truck down the road like a creeper.
Yes, I am currently going 3 miles down the road on a side road to my yard. I'm literally pulling through my yard guard shack right now.
Nice.
Yep. So it's that whole like, this is fun.
This is the thing.
Yep. Had the pub crawl about half to a full mile at 3 miles an hour. So it's been a fun pub crawl.
Right.
Sounds like some BS McLean's would pull.
Yeah.
Do you drive for Swift?
No, I do not drive for Swing Wide. It's a fucking truck. I drive for Hogan.
Almost the same thing.
You're not wrong.
My dad's been a trucker off and on for like 30 years.
Oddly enough, my dad works out of a Peterbilt store here in the state, and he works in the parts department.
Continuing to drive may invalidate your rest break, which is not complete.
Shut up. Not driving. Sorry. No, yeah, I drive for Hogan right now, and then in November, I'm switching companies to where I will be an owner. I can set my own hours.
Nice.
Yep, that way I don't have to worry about not being able to be on time. It'll be great.
Yeah. Yeah, my dad's been doing it for a while. He hauls he's contracted with a company called Oakley.
Yep.
And works with them a lot.
Right. I drive for Hogan, though I'm leased out from Hogan to Scott's Miracle Grow, doing deliveries for them.
Hey, I'll take a load of fertilizer.
Yeah, you can just pick
fertilizer.
that shit up and drop it in the middle of his yard.
Yeah.
I mean, look, I'm pulling right now about 40,000 pounds of liquid fertilizer, and I do not need any hazard signage on it because federal mandate doesn't dictate liquid fertilizer as a possible explosive.
Yeah, it's hard to turn liquid fertilizer into a bomb. But no, I'm saying I just need like 5 gallons of it for my garden, like legitimately.
I mean, if I didn't have an actual seal that gets checked and all the boxes are sealed and wrapped, I'd see about hitting you up.
Look, some just fell off the truck. I'll be by tomorrow to pick some up.
Yeah, I'm sorry, my van door on the trailer, somehow they popped open and only one box off of the 10 pallets back there rolled off and fell. I don't know what happened.
Blame the crackhead. Just blame the crackheads. Like, hey, look, I was parked at a Love's. Some fucking lot lizard came up. Yeah, fucking crackheads will do weird shit.
Not wrong.
And I remember having to chase off the damn lot lizards when I worked for the motel.
Or something else.
That is one thing I've actually I've been driving for 2 years now. That's one thing I've never ran into is a lot lizard, no matter where I've been at.
Oh God, in my God, if you just want, like, we have,
Oh,
like, I used to work at Super 8 a motel, which is at the north exit of of the town we're in. It has truck parking. It is
yeah.
on the other side of the interstate, and the motel is like right next to the interstate. Is the only official truck stop in Brookhaven, and it is a shell. It's a giant ass shell station. And if they're not parked at the Super 8, they're parked at the Shell station.
I used to
And
work. Good.
and it and being a motel, sometimes the lot lizards like to just come up and walk the perimeter, and I have to chase them off.
Yeah, I used to
Sounds like
work.
you had the nice phone job.
I I used to work security at a casino, big one, WinStar in Oklahoma. It's like the biggest casino in the country. I think it's the biggest one in the world, actually. Do what?
Hmm.
I had a park next to that casino one time.
Yeah. Uh, Man, I worked the weekend shift at night, so Saturday, Sunday, and Monday.
Oh, that's gotta be horrible.
Saturday nights, you never knew what the fuck were gonna happen. Usually, there were always like fights and stupid shit. I've seen people do so much nasty shit. Some dude, I didn't get it, but one of my buddies went to go into the bathroom to take a piss and found a guy fucking a prostitute in the stall.
That's always
Oh,
lovely.
oh no, no, no! I got that
And
beat.
then,
And I'm
oh no,
back.
no, the best one was I was walking through and a lady was sitting at a machine, hiked her dress up, hung her ass off the chair, Hershey squirt onto the floor, dress back down, back to playing her machine.
I'm back, guys. Let's get a roll call going. Reen,
Here.
Asher, I heard Cal, or Iridian, excuse me.
Here, here.
Kane,
Here,
I'm here.
and I heard Myth. Awesome. So, picking up where we left off, we are going to zoom in to actually, you know what? Because it sounds like, because I was listening to the stream while I was in the bathroom, it sounds like that you're almost at a computer, Myth. So
yep.
I will leave you alone for a minute as you kind of go off with the black-haired one. We'll continue with everyone outside. So, after kind of gently grabbing onto your lapel, Kane, she starts to pull you towards the tree hovel.
Shane just cautiously, because his guard is up. Just goes with her.
Absolutely. As you kind of get next to the tree, she says, "Watch your step." As there is like a little trickling stream that kind of passes through the tree, like goes underneath the tree and out the other side. If you're on the other side, you would see it out the other side. But in this case here, no. But yeah, you step over the stream and, well, are you guys coming as well, or am I going to have to drag you all?
I look around and see if I see Iridian's owl. And I thought it was still flying around, right? Iridian?
It's always flying around. It might be sitting up in a tree watching.
Yeah. Can I look and see if I see his owl since I know Iridian's still hidden?
Sure.
All right. Perception?
You know where his owl is. It's pretty clear as day.
Okay. Um,
I am going to say this, though. I'd like another follow-up stealth from you, Iridian.
All right. 1 second. Shit.
Okay. Okay. All right. So, well, are you coming or not, hungry boy?
She talking to me?
Talking to Asher.
sure is like Kane. He's gonna be on guard and like have a hand just resting on like the pommel of his short sword and walk behind Kane slowly.
Sure. Alan stands up and clearly not completely sold, but I mean, what the hell is he gonna do? So he's kind of like shaking nervously, heading towards. And Reen, what are you doing?
Yeah, I'm just kind of with everybody else. Like, can we go now?
As you make your way towards the tree, it reveals a ramp which leads into like a door, and the door seems to enter into the tree. Um, the door opens up with kind of a swing of her hand. It opens up, opens open. Everyone, give me a perception. Actually, Reen, give me a perception check because you're the last one in, right? Awesome. Reen, you look over your shoulder, and the orc that she was gutting and took the eye and tongue from seemed to have both of his eyes, no cut in his belly, and has a tongue. As you all make your way inside. Once your eyes dilate and see the inside looks a little like this. As soon as I find the link, you make yourself inside, and it's quite lovely. With this, there seems to be like doodads and little lights that kind of candle lights that hang from the ceiling. Nice little seats and things of that nature. There's also a table that's not displayed. This is just more of an atmosphere picture, but it kind of has that feel for it. There's a table in the middle with looks to be like a stove oven with a pot boiling on top of it. A nice little black kettle. Cliche. No, but a nice little kettle with some bread next to it, and what looks to be a big bottle what was mentioned as wine. And the black-haired one with Myth already sitting at the table. Please sit.
Can I look around or wait, you said they were roasting pork, right?
Well, that's what they said, yeah.
Does it smell like roasting pork? Because it has a very distinct smell.
It does not.
Or like a wild hog.
It does not.
I'm gonna wait on taking a seat and just kind of look around the hovel. I don't see any like butchered orc meat out, do I?
You look around, you don't see any signs of that.
All right. I'll wait for everybody else to sit down, and then I'll sit down after everyone else has.
I'm guessing her name was Jerry Main.
Jerry Main, yep.
I'm guessing she just leads me to a seat.
Yep, that's the blonde one. She actually pulls out the seat for you, and as you sit, she kind of she starts at your left shoulder with her hand, and she kind of leaves her hand on you as she crosses from left shoulder all the way to your right shoulder as she continues to walk around the table.
Actually, I won't sit down. I'll stay standing if there's not enough. There's not enough chairs for everybody, right?
Silly. Oh, silly. And she kind of goes behind a curtain, pulls out another chair.
I'm fine with standing. If I sit down too long, my knees start hurting. Age is catching up with me.
Oh boy, you have pain.
Kane kind of looks at him like he took offense to that.
You have pain in your knees?
Oh, nothing too major. I have some battle scars.
Oh, Can I see them?
Not
Anatole
right
is
now.
Anatole is quite the alchemist. I'm sure she can whip something up to take those pains right away.
No, I like them. They remind me of what I've lost.
So, have
Um,
you and Anatole lived in this forest long?
Oh, here and there, 10 years, maybe.
So,
um,
you have
y'all have
seen some things that might occur around here.
A little of this, a little of that.
know anything about the stone circle with the wicker person in the middle?
Oh, you must have found Jerry Main. This is Anatole speaking. You must have found Jerry Main's little toys. She was looking for that. Thank you for finding
We didn't
it.
we didn't touch anything or bother it. We just stumbled across it.
Oh, fantastic. Jerry Main, silly girl. Go get our guests some plates and cups. Yes, Anatole. Yes, Anatole.
Um, do you need any help with the plates?
Oh, no. No, we're good, thank you. She goes behind some curtains.
You don't need to bother with me. I'm not hungry. I appreciate it.
Oh, but I insist. We cooked for many. I would be ashamed for this to go to waste, Anatole says, in once again a very lovely elvish voice.
But not speaking Elvish, right?
No, correct. Common tongue.
Okay. Um, yeah, I'll mention the Black Tar tour that we found on the mountains and see if she
Sure.
knows anything about it.
And we'll cross that in just a moment here. Reen, you and Alan sit down. Alan's like obviously very apprehensive for being here. He's not feeling too comfortable. But what's Reen all about right now?
Our friend Alan here is our hired taste tester, so he shall be testing this food.
Alan looks at you and gives you the finger.
I'll uh I'll walk over to Alan and put my arm on his shoulder and say in Dwarvish and say it's gonna be all right, brother. We'll get through this.
Jerryman comes out.
Give him a
Oh,
little squeeze.
go ahead.
Go say just trying to calm him down, make him feel a little bit better.
All right, I'll have him roll a wisdom save. 1 second. he leans over to you. We should not be here. We should not be here.
Is he speaking in Dwarvish?
No, common tongue.
Oh, was that told? I said it to him in Dwarvish, so
Yeah,
didn't know if
he
that.
replies in common tongue.
I agree. Well, we'll be okay. I'm trying to talk anything like not in common unless I'm talking to them.
Jerryman comes out with plates and bowls and pardon me, silverware, I guess, whatever the equivalent of silverware would be. Plops down bowls in front of you, and then Anatole comes out with the pot of soup, and she's scooping it into each one of your bowls. Jerryman goes around the opposite direction with the fucking whatchamacallits, with the bottle of wine. He starts filling up the cups. Oh boy, I sure hope you like it. And then Jerryman interrupts and says, "Yeah, Anatole's really shy with her food." Myth, do
Yes,
you have full audio yet, or?
I just got parked, so I'm right now. I'm going to be. This is best audio as I'm going to have for a little bit here.
Okay, so all this is going on. Myth, you have a bowl of
Yep.
let's call it pork stew in front of you. A ripped piece of bread with some wine in front of you.
Yeah. This looks delicious. Can I ask what's all in it?
All natural herbs and spices. A little bit of boar meat, recently caught. fresh as can get. Unbeknownst to
Um,
you, but both Anatole and Jeremaine look at each other and then look back at the table.
Out of character, I have to ask: is this
um,
13 all natural herbs and spices?
I don't know what you're talking about.
It,
I guess Mithrax will
KFC.
kind of move the spoon or the fork, wherever he's got, through the bowl and
I'm sorry.
cautiously take.
Say that again. I couldn't. I missed it. I'm sorry.
Mithrax is going to kind of take the spoon or fork, whatever he has, and kind of like move it through the bowl a little bit, and then just kind of very slowly and cautiously takes a bite.
Sure. Roll a Constitution saving throw for me.
Oh, God damn it. One moment. Shit. Can you do it for me? Rolled 20 just refreshed on me.
Yeah. I'll change my screen real quick. Where'd I put you?
I'm at the very bottom.
Just a moment. Nice. With an 18, you feel pieces of meat go down your gullet smoothly. It warms you from the inside. The flavor is exquisite. It tastes almost like a chicken noodle, but with pork in it.
Oh, this is delicious. He starts to kind of just chow into it, I guess.
Please continue. The two ladies also sit down at the table, having served everybody, and begin to eat.
Asher's still standing, but like holding his bowl, and will like act like he butterfingers it and drops it.
Okay?
Not wanting to eat this soup at all.
Okay.
Do I need to roll anything for that?
No, you biff it intentionally. That's fine.
Yeah, whenever she was handing it to me, I'd like act like it slips out of my hand and
Oh,
drop it onto the floor.
the bowl.
Yeah, the bowl. Like whenever
Oh,
she's handing me my soup because I'm standing up, I'll slip out of
Butterfingers.
my hand.
Let me get you another.
Oh, I've already wasted it. I don't want to put you out
Oh,
anymore.
don't be so.
I just feel terrible.
Don't be so selfish. We have plenty.
And
And Anatole comes
I'll take
up
a knee.
Be careful.
And
Your knees hurt.
I can at least clean this up. I'll deal with it. I made a mess on your floor. I'll hand me a towel. I'll clean up my mess. It's the least I can do.
Oh, don't worry about it. We'll get that in a moment. Here, please, get your strength back. She hands you another bowl of soup.
I'll hold it. Got a better grip this time.
So, let me ask y'all a question.
Sure thing, silly.
Have y'all ever noticed any a black substance in these woods? It's kind of like tar, but it's not exactly tar.
They look at each other and no, nothing like that I've seen.
Seems to be coming from the mountain.
Or at least beneath it.
Well, any smart person would stay clear of that mountain.
Why would people stay clear of the mountain?
Because many people don't tend to come back. The river
Do
on its
you-
own is treacherous.
Do you know what's up in the mountain?
Yes. Cold snow.
Anything else?
Lizards tend to fly around there, but they don't seem to come through this valley. That's
Mhm.
right, they don't.
We've noticed the orc body that were taken out there, Jerry Main. Have many trekked through there recently?
No, no, that was the only one who tried to mug us.
Orcs are some devious bastards.
And you didn't notice any like where we found your doll, Jerry Man. You didn't notice one over there either.
Nope, not at all.
Something else must have killed it then.
I'd like to propose a toast. Two new friends.
To new friends.
And she drinks. They all, well, both Jeremy and Anatole, they drink the goblet of wine.
Asher will do the whole he puts it to his lips but doesn't drink anything.
Same with Kane.
Gotcha. So it touches your lips?
I don't even let it
no.
Just
I don't even let it touch my lips. I just act like
just touch the cup
back.
to the lip. Just touch the cup to my lip and just kind of pour just enough to make it look like we took a sip, and I'll perform a sleight of hand check if I need to.
Yeah, and I'm doing something similar.
Myth will just straight take a drink.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Myth don't think anything's off.
Dude, I love it, Myth. I love it.
They're kind enough to give us a drink. The least we can do is take it.
The wine is exquisite. Reen, what about you?
I'm waiting for Alan, my taster, to taste the food before I can eat it.
Alan is not eating the food, but he never turns down wine as he grabs his goblet and begins to drink.
Does the wine smell funny while I have it like up there, faking my drink?
Nope, smells like wine.
What do I have in front of me on my plate right now, Frog?
A bowl of pork soup that looks like chicken noodle with pork chunks floating in it. A wine.
Delicious.
A wine goblet, as well as like bread, but not cut with a knife, like it's ripped in pieces. So you have a piece of bread in front of you. Iridian, would you say that you've walked up to the door?
At this point, yeah, I would say that he's working his way up there because he wants to forget what happened.
The door swings open as you approach it. You hear Anatole. Oh, more friends, please. Come and eat.
Hi?
Welcome to our humble hovel.
He's gonna stick his head in first. Are his companions still alive?
Yeah, the table's right in front of you.
Okay, he'll walk in to actually join the others.
Sure thing. You can take his seat. As she points to Asher's chair.
Yeah, I'm still leaned up against a counter.
Okay, I'll go take his chair.
We've just made a toast to even more new friends. As she pours you a glass of wine, Cal, or Iridian.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm too young to drink.
Not in this home, you're not.
It hasn't been good the one time we gave him alcohol.
Yeah, let me tell you. Okay, so let me set the scene. We were in a bar. It was called it's called the Trickster and Chain.
Finish your story, Kane.
Story, sorry.
I'm trying to think. Did we have out of character? Did we ever actually give him alcohol?
We gave him the vodka on the trail.
Oh yeah, it was the vodka on the trail. Excuse me.
It was after the owlbears. That's when we gave him the vodka.
That's right. So we had just bought these owlbears. No worry, ladies. They will not be bothering y'all in this forest.
Oh, thank you. You're so brave. I bet you have a whole lot of courage in you.
I have a whole lot of something in me. I wouldn't call it courage.
All that courage ripe for the picking.
Anyways, we just got done fighting these owl bears, and we decided to each have a drink. And Asher, I point to Asher, just starts passing the ball around. Yeah,
Good
boy.
vodka.
And Iridian takes his first swig. And let me tell you, he passed right out.
As
He
they
turned a
both
little green too.
they both laugh, and the blonde spaghetti strap falls to her side a little bit, and she kind of fixes it, and they're laughing. That they're really giggling at that story you said.
Yes,
I'm gonna.
Iridian is a lightweight.
That's fantastic. It's okay, boy. This is significantly less alcoholic than that. You should be fine. As Iridian takes a swig.
I'm gonna set my bowl and wine glass down once Iridian gets done,
Sure.
uh, and just ask them. Excuse me, ladies. I hate to ask, but do y'all have like an outhouse or something? I need to use the bath. I need to. Nature is called.
Well, nature belongs where nature belongs. The door swings open to go outside.
Is there a certain area I should use? I don't want to be rude and
Oh, just aim for
pee
the
on someone's
trees.
petunias.
Aim,
Okay,
aim for the trees.
I'm gonna set my drinks down and I'm gonna go outside. Does the door shut behind me?
It does.
I'm gonna have a little peek around for a few minutes while I'm peeing.
Sure. You walk
Uh,
out to the edge of, I guess, that clearing, let's call it. You know, the
how's
common traffic areas.
how's the orc look?
The orc looks dead.
Dead, missing parts and shit.
No. No, the eye is there, the tongue is there, the gut's not slashed.
Okay. Yeah, just looking around the outside of their hovel thing. I don't see like nothing weird or anything like that.
We see a giant tree.
Yeah. There's no like
Why don't
outbuildings
you
or anything.
give me a perception check?
Yeah. 'Cause I'm trying not to be like super suspicious with it, but perception.
Nice. You
18.
look straight up into the upper canopies of the tree. That's this house.
Mhm.
And you see something. Where did I put the link? One second. Slowly but surely, as you look up,
And I'm like making my way to the trees like I'm trying to find like a good one to pee on.
Yeah.
as you look up, granted, this is not the greatest representation, but as you look up, you see 10 to 15 orc bodies dangling from the tops of the trees.
Oh shit.
Like I said,
Does any,
this is not the greatest representation, but you know.
yeah. And do any of them look like they've been cut open, or are they just hang? Or are they too high up for me to tell?
They're a bit high. Yeah, they're a bit high up. But
Okay.
you know, as you look up and you're like directly on, you know, above one, you feel a tap on your shoulder.
I'm gonna turn around.
There's nobody there, but as you look at your shoulder, there seems to be a crimson red blotch on your shoulder.
All right. I'm gonna I'll wipe it off. Go over to the trees because now he does have to pee a little, and do my business, and then go back inside. Well, is there any type of like obvious boundary around where the tree is?
You're gonna have to give me more specifics with that statement.
Like, is it like is the tree like in a clearing, of these with like the trees ringing it around it, or like stones or anything that kind of like designate like where the tree's at, or is it just like a tree in the middle of the like with other trees growing up around it?
Like there's a big tree in the middle of like a V'd small canyon. I'll just draw it.
Like, I guess what I'm trying to say is like, does it have like a marked perimeter around the tree of like where it's been cleared and maintained?
Yeah, it's not huge. Just trail
And
walking.
then I'm gonna step just to like the other side of where it's been like cleared and see if that changes anything whenever I look back.
The other side of the tree, as you walk around, you step over the stream. It's like a
Yeah.
5 foot wide stream. You do a little hop over it. The other side, as you jump over the stream, you hear click as your feet sink into a marshy, bog-like kind of soil and soot.
Hmm.
Like the ferns and the bushes on the other side of this tree, because it's a pretty large tree, right? And it's got a house on the other
Yeah.
side of it, for fuck's sake. So it's a big
Yeah.
tree. But this side smells putrid.
All right. Said he's gonna do his business. Get back to the other side then. And before he comes back, if he looks back at the tree that he came from, anything different? Does like the orc look dead with like missing parts then, or do the orcs in the trees look different, or do they like
Yes.
vanished?
As you come back to the original orc, it is now
Yeah.
missing an eye. It is now missing a tongue, and it's gutted open.
If I'm on the opposite side of the stream,
Correct.
and the orcs in the trees, do I see anything different with them?
Yes, they're vastly more mutilated. One of them's missing a
So,
leg. One of them seems to be cut in half. It's
so there's
quite grotesque.
some type of okay, so there's some type of thing changing it whenever we step over.
So we're gonna pause
Uh,
you there as you're outside
yeah.
dilly dallying. We're gonna go back inside. Why aren't you eating, silly boy? You look really parched. Talking to Reen.
Well, Reen's gonna remember what, because he saw the same thing as he was coming in. So I'm looking at this what I see as a piece of bread in front of me, and I look at it, and I'm gonna close my eyes. I'm gonna grab it. Do I feel what I see?
Yes, it feels like hard rolled bread. It's like a stone bread, right? You know what I mean? It's like you can tell it was like oven baked, so it's not like your store bought Wonder Bread. It's harder, firmer, like a hard roll. Think a Kaiser roll, but a little bit more crunchier. It's fucking home bread.
Okay, because I'm just gonna probably, I'm just not that hungry right now.
Well, what is it that you want then? What can we possibly do to make you relax? You seem so tense.
Well, we gotta get this job done.
Are you ritual casting that, Iridian, or?
No, it'd be too much to ritually cast it, so I'm actually going to cast it. I don't even think this is a ritual spell.
Yeah, it can be done
It
as a
can be
ritual
as
spell.
yeah.
Oh, okay. No, I'm casting it as an actual spell.
Okay, so before we get to that, let's go back to Reen real quick.
When it's done.
So she asked you, Reen, what is it going to do to make you comfortable, and what did you say?
Saying we gotta get back to work and get this job done.
Ooh, and the blonde one puts her both hands under her chin, like propping her head up. Ooh, what work are you doing?
Oh, we're bounty hunting for witches right now. There's supposed to be 2 witches somewhere that we gotta find.
Is that right?
Kane just slaps his face and pinches his nose.
Yeah. I think there's like 1,000 gold pounds on him or something like that. It's insane.
Young boy, are you feeling okay?
I'm doing all right.
There hasn't been witches in these parts for decades.
Well, maybe the guy who posted the job was lying to us then.
I'll drink to that. And she holds up her goblet. You're gonna. She's waiting for you to kind of respond as she holds up her goblet.
Oh, and I slide my drink over to Alan. It's like my tester will do this for me.
Alan already drank.
He's gonna drink again, right, Alan?
It's tasty. Oh boy, I know that cough. Would you care for some suppressant for that cough? As I said, Anatole is quite the alchemist. You know what? Let me roll a wisdom check. And I haven't forgotten about you, Iridian, yet. Alan's
You're
like,
good.
Alan, I sure don't like coughing all the time. It's hard to hold the bowstring when you need to, and you have to cough all the time. Scares the dickens out of these deer, too. Oh, I don't have any way to pay for it. Well, let me see if I have any for you to begin with. Hold on. And Anatole stands up, and she excuses herself from the table and goes behind some curtains. And you hear kind of like glass rattling, things of that nature. Alan looks at Reen. The wine's pretty good.
I'm glad.
Fantastic. All right. So, Iridian.
Yes.
So
I'm just going through my pouch and pulling out the little bit, whatever that's needed for the somatic components,
okay.
and then I'm just going to mutter the spell. I'm gonna try to do it stealthily. So, what would you like me to roll for that? But I'm not I'm gonna try to do it stealthily, as in just not get noticed. But
yeah. Go roll a stealth, and I'm gonna roll a perception. Ooh. Okay. You do the spell, and it fires up quietly to yourself, and the whole room radiates and glows.
what about the food and the drink?
Everything glows. Everything, down to the forks you're using.
What type of magic is it?
Man, really?
Yes.
It's fucking magic. I don't know. I've never really cared for the school of magic. I mean, I'll tell you what. Tell me why that's urgent and important, and I might start giving
The
that more
reason
attention.
Okay, the reason that it's important is because obviously evocation is destructive type magic, but if this is all illusion or something like that, like we're seeing things that aren't really here, or they've been altered. Obviously, like the bodies outside when you got too close, as compared to some sort of enchantment on them that like maybe the food just tastes better, or maybe there's just a little bit of magic in it. Like, for all I know, this wine is actually blood that they're getting me to drink, but it looks like wine and it tastes like wine because of magic.
Fair enough. I need to memorize schools of magic. That's what you're basically telling me, you son of a bitch.
Sorry.
It's okay. Let me just 1 second. I got to do the research for you now.
And some illusions don't. If you realize it's an illusion, you can make like a check to.
Actually,
Yeah, I was gonna say, based
and
off of how everything sounds, it seems like it's gonna be just the illusionary school on most stuff with baby enchantment for taste and smell.
Absolutely. In fact, I found a really cool little list here. So yeah, it radiates the color of illusion.
this is out of character. Funny thing. Back in AD&D Second Edition, if you could, if your character even thought it was illusion and called it out as an illusion, that dispelled the illusion.
Or there was a chance for it anyway. Um. I'm going to go ahead and set the wine down, and I'm not going to trust anything around.
Gotcha. You already drank it though, right?
I did take a drink, yes.
Okay, just checking. All right, so we'll look with that. So Kane, you're technically actually Myth, you're up. So yeah, you guys are having a good old time. You guys are conversing. Anything you wish to say or do?
Not particularly. The only thing would be maybe like doing a little cheers with Alan as he's drinking, just taking a drink with him. That'd be about it. Other than that, it's just like enjoying to what Myth thinks is good fucking pork noodle soup and some wine.
Absolutely. About a half hour goes by. Asher's still outside, but none of you guys seem to think of him at the moment.
Oh, I've been outside that long?
Well, yeah, it's approaching that. So what do you want to do about it?
Okay. I thought I'd only been outside for like 10 minutes, like 5 or 10 minutes.
Well, last we left you off, that is correct. But as you
Yeah.
make your way back to the door doesn't open.
Well, doesn't open. Huh. Can I push on the door?
Sure.
Does it do anything?
Nope.
I'm gonna start like.
Did you try pulling on it?
All right.
You pull on the door, nothing happens.
Yeah, I'll pull on the door. Nothing happens. All right. I'm gonna start trying to like make a commotion of like yelling, like who goes there, and trying to make a commotion, like banging on the door of like we're being attacked, and see if I can get my friends to realize that shit's fucked.
You scream how loud? Like top of your lungs?
Top of my lungs, drawing my short sword, banging the pommel against the door, trying to make as much noise as I can to draw my friends and the witches outside.
Your voice and banging echoes throughout this little valley.
Anything happen?
Not that you can tell.
Shit. He's gonna start trying to make his. Nothing I do can open up the door. Fuck it. I'm gonna swing my sword at it.
Sure
see what
thing.
happens.
You swing your sword at it, and you don't even have to roll for that. Your sword hits, makes a little dent in the door.
Doesn't fuck my sword up or anything, right?
No, it's a wooden tree.
All right. But yeah, does it still look like a door, or is it slowly going back into like a tree?
It's gone from a really nice looking door to one of those like 2x4s smashed together kind of a door.
Yeah. Okay. Fuck. I'm gonna take a step back and kind of think of what the fuck I'm gonna do. Someone else wants to do something. Fuck it. I got an idea, actually.
Go for it.
That vodka would be kind of flammable, right?
It is absolutely a pure distilled. So yeah.
All right. I'm gonna pour some. I'm gonna get away from the door.
Hey.
But I'm gonna splash some of that vodka on the side of the tree, and use my tinderbox to see if I can start it on to catch the vodka on fire.
Sure.
I've got 14 ounces of this vodka. I will use all 14 ounces of it.
Absolutely. You can absolutely do that if you wish.
Yeah.
So you pour it and you crack it when it lights.
Yeah, like on the side of it. Yeah, to see if it lights.
Yep, it lights. And it's burning. You hear the snap, crackle, and pop of wood as it slowly begins to ignite. And I mean really slowly. It is dense, thick tree wood.
Yeah.
All
but
right.
like, yeah. Okay.
So
the vodka doesn't like flare.
No, it doesn't flare. It's it's not like you threw a Molotov cocktail or anything like that. But the fire has started. At least it's for now. There's definitely a fire brewing. So while you wait for that to take some sort of effect, we're gonna pan the camera back inside, where all of you guys hear nothing, smell nothing, And don't even think about Asher.
Who?
Exactly.
Even Kane?
Nobody is thinking a simple as if you were sucked up by the purple demon baby.
I would like to point out, Kane hasn't eaten or drinking anything.
Correct.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah, you and Reen haven't eaten or drank anything yet.
It's the magic of the place.
Yeah.
Anatole
Okay.
comes back out with a little vial. Here you are, love. As she slides open this, or not slides open, slides this little, like, Robitussin, but like purple liquid. This will help you with the cough. It'll make it so you'll never have to cough anymore and get rid of whatever sickness ills you inside. He kind of looks over and looks at everyone else at the table first.
Is that showing his magic?
Everything in this room glows.
I just wanted to make sure.
Yep.
I'm gonna speak up and say, don't drink that. There's something wrong with everything here.
What? What?
This is all illusion.
Impossible.
I can see it.
You dare insult us? As they both stand up and they're like, what? Like, what the fuck are you doing?
I'm getting behind the others.
You guys are like around the table.
Yep, and I'm getting behind whoever's over there. I'm putting people between me and both of them, in other words.
Basically, he's getting behind the person who's the furthest from Anatole and Jerry Main.
Exactly.
Okay, so you get up and do that.
But I'm going to continue. All of this is an illusion.
Oh, we just lost Myth.
He's probably going inside.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's what's gonna happen. As you say this and you stand up, whoever has eaten or partaken in any food or drink, give me a wisdom saving throw. As Anatole snaps her fingers.
I'm using a thing. Inspiration.
Nice.
That might
There
just
we go.
save your life.
Maybe.
Well, at least the wizard isn't bewitched.
Who hasn't? No, Myth needs to roll still, doesn't he?
He just got back into roll 20.
Do I need to roll? Or no, I haven't eaten or drank anything, so I'm good.
Well, that's it. I mean, out of the group, it was just Myth and
Alan.
Regan and Alan.
It's just Alan. I don't care.
I'm just waiting for Myth. Can you hear us? Is he in the chat yet?
He hasn't
No.
posted anything in chat. Hey, Myth, if you can hear us, roll a wisdom save.
Well, no, he's not in the Discord chat.
Well,
He left the
no,
chat.
but he might be watching the stream, so.
True.
Well, I'm gonna roll his
Congrat-
wisdom for him. Hold on.
Congratulations, Frog. You finally made an NPC I can't stand. I've loved all of your other NPCs except for this fucker.
All right, so
You just know like coffee.
as she snaps her fingers, the room begins to change. As soon as I find the link for it, as usual. It begins to reveal more of this kind of a feel. You see cages on the wall, small little glass beakers, some filled with eyes, some filled with maybe that's a finger, a couple of animals, bats hanging from their feet from the ceiling. The bread that's on the table shows to have maggots on the inside of it. The stew begins to smell of boiled orc flesh. The wine turns to blood. And it seems like different types of blood. The elvish women begin to also morph into these decrepit, ugly, terrifying females. One with green skin, one with blue skin. Long fingernails protrudes from their fingertips. Skin wrinkled, smelly, like bump covered in many cases. Slimy and glistening in candlelight. And then you start to see Alan and Myth begin to change shape.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
And they
Does anything change?
they change shape into two little piglets
Oh, no.
as they start kind of going under the table.
That's actually a pretty good pig noise, Frog.
Thank you.
Did they just get polymorphed? Fucking cool.
Something.
Oh, this is a very Creek thing to do.
And that's going to take us into some degree of initiative here. Just 1 second here as I open up the map in relation to this.
Does anything change on the outside?
No, you're seeing the outside for what it is.
Okay.
How's this for a map, guys?
Wait, vert to load.
Oh, that's awesome.
Maybe some close quarters.
Still
So-
loading on my end.
Outside of Asher, who's obviously in the outside front porch area. Everyone else, I didn't put furniture in here because I wanted to make it easier of combat. So if there is any kind of flavoring with objects on the inside, you're more than welcome to shoot the shit. And Kane, you'd be on the inside here. Generally speaking, let's say you start in around the table type of format. And Asher, your body's actually over here in front of the door.
Okay, sorry, I couldn't see the door.
No problem.
Yeah, I was off to like this side of the door. Lit the fire kind of like over here where my orange hand is. Ah, bastard. Just say like, God damn it. Being stupid. There we go.
And if Thalia was watching this,
Well, he would be calling us an idiot right now.
well, we were kind of roped into coming inside. We knew it was dangerous. We were already found out.
I'm not gonna lie, I kind of thought about hacking them, but I thought it would be a bad idea.
I was hoping we could just kind of, just
Talk our way.
bullshit our way out of it.
Oh, Frog, do I need to go initiative or wait?
Absolutely.
Absolutely to roll or absolutely to wait?
Absolutely make initiative.
Oh, I rolled a 7. That's great. Oh, fucking nat 1.
Is the battle music working?
Yeah, it's working. I can hear it.
I
Oh,
can't.
It was really,
yeah,
it was really low for me.
And now it's not working.
Yeah, this bot sucks, dude. I think they're getting rid of all bots, man. It sucks.
Yeah, I can't hear shit.
Oops.
There we go.
So, which one did Jerry Main turn into, and which one did Anatole turn into?
Anatole is the one with the green skin. Oh, excuse me. Anatole's the one with the blue skin, and Jerry Main is the one with the green skin.
Hey, Frog.
Okay.
Can you
What
put
was
my
that?
initiative to 17? I can't click it yet.
17. Yes, 1 second.
The fuck is that?
And Purple Demon Baby sucks up Myth. That's bad for you guys, by the way.
Wait, that with our token, what Myth did.
So,
He's a pig anyway.
yeah, Myth actually paid for a token. You check this shit out.
How do you do hard to like break immersion, guys, but that's fucking cool.
Yeah, you go to Hero Forge and you just make a character. I usually just take a
Yeah.
screenshot if you don't want to pay for it, but each one of these type of miniatures I think costs what, $6, $7?
Yeah.
Yeah,
like
that's what I did. I
Oh,
went
you
to
did?
Hero Forge and just took a picture.
Yeah. I didn't know you could buy like a file of it.
Yeah, you give me you just send the file to me and I could make it an actual token for the table.
Oh, well, if I'd known that,
Oh,
I would have
fuck
just
yeah,
went ahead
alright.
and did that.
Yeah, like I said,
All right.
it's only like $7.
Things to do after tonight.
Yeah, I see people like animate them when they attack and shit on YouTube.
But Hero Forge is quite fancy, man. Like their detail in their models is quite impressive.
Do you want us to? If we want us to do round or square base?
I mean, I don't know, whatever your flavor is, you're paying for it, so I'm at the mercy of what you guys want.
Well, yeah, that's all I was asking. I didn't care. That's all I was asking. What you would prefer for convenience wise?
So, so everyone that's polymorphed is not even at this table right now, so that's fantastic. Okay, so we are going to.
Quick question: Are memories of Asher come back to us?
Absolutely. As the illusion drops and the concentration is broken from modify memory. All right, and dude, the chopping of the music is gonna piss me off, but it is what it is. I'm gonna try to find a way to import music into Roll20. I'll just have Roll20 playing the music now, starting next week. Anyway, rolling initiative in 3, 2, 1. You guys are down 2 people. Okay, let's do this. So, Iridian, as you kick back and take cover behind your partners and teammates, you see Anatole and Jeremaine kind of, morphing in the inside of this hovel, and you see orcs on one side of the wall, completely lined up as if they're tied to the ceiling and their ankles tied to the floor, so they're in full spread. Some of them seem to be hollowed out. Some of them missing small chunks of flesh, be it from their side or their thigh or their back muscle or what have you. There is one orc, and that's not the only orc, by the way. They're not all dead. There are a few that are alive. I'd say, let's say there are 4 that don't seem to have cuts on them. They seem to be knocked out and incoherent. One orc in particular looks like this. Where did I put you?
Don't do this to me. God damn it. Oh, we're into this early. Okay. I thought I had time before Asher needed to face trauma.
One of the orcs strung up to the wall looks like that. So, Iridian, what are you going to do?
First, shouldn't Fate actually be going first? Because he actually rolled a 19. I don't know why his is a 17.
He probably put the wrong number in.
I put 19. Was it because of my armor? It took away some? Or, I wouldn't know that. I put 19 in.
19, let me refresh it and try it again 1 second. Are you sure you're doing it right?
I mean, I said at 19.
Let me try it for you, see if it updates when I do it. Weird, it updated when I did it.
I think I figured out what the issue was.
I'm all ears.
When I tried putting mine in, I think I was clicked on him because his number showed 17 for me. I went ahead and I just switched it back to 100 on my end.
Gotcha. All right, so Reen, you're up first. You're technically all of you are sitting down except for Iridian at the moment, as you see the bread start to show maggots on the inside of them, and they start to kind of crawl out onto the table. The bread that you're holding.
All right, boys. We could go outside and force them to come out to attack us. We all three of us will go before they can attack. Thoughts?
Kill them all.
Or do we want to go outside and bring them down the choke and then attack them?
We have no
We're
idea
in-
what might be outside, but it's entirely up to you.
Whatever. Let's go. I'm swinging out of my chair, swords drawn, dude. I'm just leaping and attacking this thing, green hag.
Okay, roll your attacks. With a 23 to hit, that absolutely strikes the green hag on the side. For 7 slashing damage. Boom! It kind of, you hear it go, ow!
Yep, and that's going to be the end of my turn.
Absolutely. Ridian, you're up.
I'm going to point my finger at the green hag. And then... Oops. What? Witch's Bolt. So a 20 to hit.
As you point your finger, Anatole snaps hers. Actually, not Anatole, excuse me. The other one, whose name escapes me, Jerrymane, snaps her finger right back at you. As your witch bolt is flying towards Jerrymane, or whoever you shot it at, it fizzles and turns. Yep. It fizzles and turns into sparkling dust, like glitter. She laughs at you. Not in our home.
Is the door open?
It is not.
Okay, I'm not going to say anything else, but I am going to move right here.
Absolutely.
That's the end of my turn.
Kane, you're up.
Okay. Kane will draw his sword.
Go get the flank.
Yeah, might as well.
You run around the table, knocking through chairs, kicking over a piglet.
It was Alan.
It was Alan. Yeah, it's exactly what it was.
Kane will drink his potion of potency as a bonus action.
Okay.
Give him a 19 strength. And he will attack with the sword first, making his charisma saving throw.
Oh, you're using this magical sword.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm using the magical sword.
Not good enough. Disadvantage. +1.
All right.
17 does hit as you slam her in the back with your blade.
Okay, hold on. I need to change something real quick. That it did not do that lightning damage, so it's only 14.
14 is fine. As you smack this creature in the back of her spine. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay. Would that be your turn?
Yeah, that will be my turn. Now it's a move, a bonus, and an attack. So yeah.
Anatole is next. One second here. Oh my lord. Sorry, I've never cast this spell before. I'm just reading something real quick. Okay, so a radius sphere, 10 feet. I need the following. I'm gonna draw it on the ground as soon as I find the circle tool. That circle. I need a dexterity saving throw, Iridian.
Yay. Alright, 1 second.
Radiant, you got this. I believe in you.
I sure hope you do.
It's going slow. 1 moment.
Take your time. I'll even tell you the DC. It's a DC 14.
Come on. Okay, screw it. I'm going... There it goes. 15.
With a 15, this wall of ice emanates underneath you and begins to kind of push everything and radiate outwards. Let me see if you actually make out of that. I think you get pushed. Give me 1 second here. Yes, you are pushed right over here as the wall shoves you aside. Is it a save and suck, or you take half damage? Give me 1 second here. On a failed save, you do that much, half as much on a successful save. So as the ice wall, it's more like an ice dome, or like a you know what I mean, like an eggshell shape. As it slams into you, you take. Are you ready for this? 19 cold damage.
I'm done.
That was half.
That was half damage. Yeah, it's a level 6 spell.
Fuck.
That brings us, and actually you hear. All right, Asher, you're up.
Fuck. Fire isn't doing anything. So I'm gonna move if I can get it to cooperate. Hold on, I'm trying to measure this out right, but the internet's being stupid. 2.
While he's doing that, for the record, I just want to let you know what the dice rolls were on that, right? A 6, a 6, a 5, a 4, a 5, a 6, a 1, a 3, 3, and a 5.
Okay, well I can't get this to work.
Yeah, I know. Just do your best.
2, 3, 4.
I was trying to do like the full 30 would get me just to like the bottom of this.
That's fine.
Or no, it's my first round of combat. I got 40 foot of movement.
Well, the door is still closed.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can he like try and shoulder his way through the door?
Absolutely. Give me a strength. You know what? Give me athletics. Let's give you the bonuses.
Thank you.
Boom!
Do I use my inspiration?
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Is it, if I use my DM inspiration, it's just a reroll, right?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Fuck. I really want that for the level up, but fuck it, I need to save my friends. So yeah, I'm gonna use my inspiration and
Okay.
reroll that. Fucking natural 20 for a 22.
Boom! As you shoulder into this door and it cracks open, but it's stopped by an ice wall. The door's opened up enough where you can get your arm in and swing a blade if you had to. But your body
Could I see through it to make an arrow shot?
You could absolutely see through it, but you used your action bashing into the wall, so you'd have to wait till your next turn.
Oh, fuck, I can't do my dread ambusher. God damn it. Okay.
All right.
Alright. Oh, I will use my... Can I see Anatolia?
Anatole, yeah, you'd see her.
Yeah.
The door
Alright,
here,
I'm
going to draw the door just because I want to make sure we're on the same page. So, like,
Yeah.
that's kind of the door.
Okay, I'm going to use my bonus action then to cast Hunter's Mark on her.
That's fine. Go ahead and grab that Hunter's Mark token if it's there. I got to fix that still. But, yeah.
Alright, and Using my spell slot to cast them. Sorry, I was doing the thing. All right. Yeah, I'll grab the Hunter's Mark token.
All right. Green Hag is up. Let's see what we got here.
Pick it up. It's not letting me pick up any Hunter's Mark. There we go. There we go. Did that put it on there? It's not letting me put it on her.
There you go.
There we go.
There you go.
I got
buddy.
it. All right. Yeah, that's it.
All right. Let's go with Reen. Give me a wisdom saving throw. DC 12. You rolled a 15. Fantastic. 1 second. Sorry, I've never used a spell either. I'm just quickly perusing it. Give me one moment. I'm sorry. All right. You feel, Reen, your eyes begin to, like, as if someone's painting with black ichor over your eyeballs as everything around you begins to dim. But you kind of like rub your eyes in the heat of combat, and you kind of smack yourself around, and your vision comes back.
Nice.
She then... Yeah, she's actually going to stay put because, yeah. All right, cool. I'll get you, don't worry. Reen, you're up.
Good attacker again.
Hit it. A 17 hits.
18 because of flank.
Yep, fantastic. 7 more slashing damage.
I'm gonna action surge. I'm just gonna send another swing.
Absolutely, do it to it. Look at you, cutting away as you're slashing gashes into this girl's little nightie. As it slashes open, revealing her stomach a little bit and like just above her breast. For another 6.
And that's the end of my turn.
Anatole, help me! Iridian, you're up. Yeah.
Yep, 1 second. See, it should work.
Okay, thank you. Dude, this music bot sucks. Is it skipping for anyone else?
Yeah, it's skipping for me.
Yeah.
God.
I'll get like 10 seconds of music and then it'll cut out.
It varies for me.
Kane, you're up.
All right. Kane will run his hand along his blade, letting the storm engulf it.
Okay.
And roll that d4. And he takes 1 damage. Me. And then he'll attack Jerrymain again.
All right, hit that bitch.
First things first. Come on. No. Okay. So, here we go. I forgot to do it at disadvantage.
Yep, roll one more. Watch this be a 1. Look at you.
God damn.
You hit. Remember, this is a +1 weapon.
Oh, I did not know that. So that's actually 12 plus the D4 for the thunder damage. So another 14 damage.
You mean an additional 2?
Yeah. Well, an additional 2.
12,
yeah, 14
Yeah.
total.
Gotcha.
Let me go ahead and put that back. Reactivate that. And you said this is actually a +1 weapon?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, well, yeah, okay.
Well, as you slash, it's. I mean, I gotta tell you what your character doesn't know that, but it swings as a +1 weapon.
Yeah.
All right, all right, all right. Next up, where did my little template go here? Bringing out the cone. So, Anatole is going to speak to Jeremy. I'm so sorry, sister. 60-foot cone. Oh my god. So that's
Are you gonna
apparently
have a cover from the door.
that. You're facing right at it. I'll give you. I think it's a dex check. Let me see here. It's a Constitution saving throw. I'll give it to you at advantage because you're under some cover. I'll give you that. But it's going to be looking just. Hold on. How can I get everyone in there? Hold on. Ooh, gonna be missing.
Ooh, I'm
someone.
out of it.
Who am I gonna get? Who am I gonna get? Honestly, everyone on the inside is more important to me right now. So we'll just do this, including the pig. All right, everyone inside that. Kane Reen, you are going to make a Constitution saving throw, I believe. A blast of cold air erupts from the hand. Each creature within that 60-foot cone must make a Constitution saving throw. A creature takes blank amount of cold damage on a failed save and half as much on a successful one.
Okay. Oh, I failed.
Oh my lord. Okay. Let's see if the pigs save. Hold on. The pig did not save. Okay. So here's what happens. And I'm gonna flavor this. Reen, you hit the deck and cover your body like behind the table to kind of break this line of sight situation. This blast of cold air exits this creature's hand, and it literally destroys everything on the table. Everything on the table is iced over in like a perfect crystalline ice statue. Everyone that's failed takes 36 cold damage.
I'm down.
Everyone that passed, which was Reen, takes half of 36. So what is that? 15, 16. Let's just round down to 16. Does that sound about right? No, more than that. It'd be
really
17. No, he is. Well, we'll get there. Hold on. There you go. If you have been hit and you're at 0, or have been brought to 0 with this attack, you are encased completely in ice, frozen like a statue. Any questions?
Did that kill the?
You know what? You're absolutely right. I got to roll for the green hag. She did apologize to her. Hold on. She did save, but what was the number I gave you?
36.
18. It's she
18
taking.
is half.
Yeah, 18 is half.
She's still alive, but barely. As she hits the ground, I'm gonna give her prone. Anatole, why? That brings us to Asher.
I'm gonna take a shot at Anatole. I imagine. Do I get any type of like disadvantage from the door, or is it a fairly straight shot?
I'll give you a fairly straight shot if you're like putting your weapon in the door.
Yeah, like arm through the door with his bow, trying to shoot through it at Anatole.
Yeah, I'll give you that. It's my fault for not moving.
All right. Fuck me.
Yeah, buddy. Give me a 3d6 roll, please.
I already used my inspiration. What am I doing?
3d6.
Die. Yeah.
With a
15. Let me
15
see what that
range,
is.
we are looking at exposed defenses. Enemy gets an opportunity attack. Interesting. Enemy gets an opportunity attack. All I have are spells, and I don't have the feat, so... Does she have any range attacks? You know what? She's going to take a pot off the floor and just throw it at you. How about that?
Okay.
And it hits the door. Bling! Clunk, 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 clunk.
Nothing I can do with like a bonus actions. I need to save spell slots. I can't. Can I try and use my movement, or would it be an action to try and squeeze inside?
I mean, I'm going to tell you right now, you're too big to fit through how wide the door is open. It's not very wide. It may look wide in the picture here, but it's intentionally ice blocked. That's part of the structure. So it'll be hard, really, really, really hard to push through that door.
Fuck.
You know what? I'm even willing to say this. If you use all of your movement, you'll just get inside. I'll give you that.
I was gonna ask one thing. It may not be relevant. How far away is the wicker dude that we saw in the circle?
The wicker dude in the circle. Oh, that's like 45 minutes away.
Okay. I wasn't sure if it was close. It seemed like it might be something important. But yeah, I will use all of my movement then if you're willing to do that and get. You said just inside?
Yeah, like you're literally just inside the door. Like you think thin, and you're like squeezing, you're grinding your shirt. In fact, some of your shirts or whatever loose cloth you have on, you hear it tear as you kind of squeeze your way inside this door.
All right, then yeah, just like right there.
That's fine.
Is that good? All right.
Okay, would that be your turn?
I'll just yell at Anatole, come here, you ugly bitch.
All right. Germania is up, or Jerrymain, excuse me, who's going to stand up and... Asher.
Mm-hmm.
Jerrymain looks at you. I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna gut you. I'm gonna kill you. You're worth nothing. I'm gonna destroy you and I'm gonna eat everything about you. Give me a wisdom saving throw.
All right. Are you fucking kidding me?
You take 5 psychic damage as she casted Vicious Mockery on you.
All right. So 5 damage.
She basically talked bad to you and you took mental damage from it.
I'll just flip her off.
She is going to... Reen, take an attack of opportunity as she tries to hide behind Anatole. With a 10, you miss. And it swings just past. You catch a little bit of her gown. It is now Reen's turn.
Attack the green hag.
All right, make it so. 1 hit for 12. Wow.
Can I yell at Reen while it's his
Can I
turn?
kill it?
Nope. She is hanging on by a thread. She's literally hunched over. Anatole! Save me!
No, I'm gonna need to save that spell.
Would that be your turn? Oh, damn.
Uh,
How come she got off of the fucking... What the hell's that about? Because I hit 0 by accident. Hold on, I gotta throw her back on the list here. Whatever, she's after Asher.
Yeah.
yeah, that's gonna be my turn.
All right. Iridian, you don't have to do death saves anymore because you're a block of ice. Kane,
Actually, can I second wind real quick?
I thought you did already. Oh, no, second wind. Yeah, you can second wind.
Oh, I second wind.
Am I a block of ice? I thought it didn't hit me.
Oh, no, it hit you. You're all over it. You're on the floor, frozen.
So that's you death saves, right? Because he's frozen.
No. This is a specific effect. They're encased in ice.
Okay. I need to put the marks down for the hit, though.
Are you good, Reen?
I'm just reading. So I rolled a 9. So is it 9 plus my level or just 9?
9 plus your Constitution modifier, I believe.
Plus half your fighter level, I believe.
Oh, you're right. 9 plus half your fighter level.
9 plus.
Just link it. It's on your sheet. It'll tell you there. Just click on it and then hit the little chat bubble. It's a D10 plus your plus your fighter level. There you go. So 9 plus what? What are you? 3? 5?
3.
What are you? 3?
You got, yeah.
I wish we were level 5.
Yeah, maybe. Honestly, these. Yeah, you know what? Never mind. I'm just gonna shut up.
We're fucked.
And your turn's good. So Iridian and Kane, your blocks of ice. I'm gonna save reasonably. You can see, but yeah, you can't do shit about it. Which brings us to Anatol. Anatol is going to. I can't do that anymore. Ooh. 3 times a day I can do that.
Fuck.
She's gonna hold her hand in front of her, make a fist at you, Asher.
Okay. If you're saying, I can't hear anything.
Give me a dexterity saving throw, Asher.
Alright. Let me pull up my sheet. I have proficiency. Are you fucking kidding me?
A wall of ice slams you into the wall and basically squishes you against the wall as the ice grows. 37 cold damage.
I'm unconscious.
All right.
I'm
taking us to the green hag, who is going to, at disadvantage, her hand, well, I think, is that a range attack spell? It's not. It's a fucking spell save. She's going to look at you, Reen, as she's on her hands and knees, and hold her hand out in front of you. Give me a dexterity saving throw, Reen. She fires a lightning bolt that you dodge, and it slams into the wall behind you all. It is now your turn, Reen. An 18 does hit. As your blade comes down, how do you kill her? Reen, I can't hear you if you're talking.
He's typing.
Uh-oh.
I don't know how to remove
Head
my
is removed. He cut off her head.
Okay. As you swing your sword to cut off her head, she says, "No!" Plop. Roll. Anatol turns around and growls, "My sister!" Anatol's turn. Go ahead and give me another dexterity saving throw, Reen. With a fail. A hail of rock-hard ice forms from the top of this roof and begins to slam down on you. You get smacked around for 7 bludgeoning damage as it hits you to the ground and you fall to your ass. A secondary eruption of ice forms and slams on top of you for 15 cold damage additional. It is now your turn.
Huh. Well, guys, looks like this game's over.
I'm working on a new character.
No, don't. You don't need to do that. Long sword, you slash her up. Pop, pop. Her turn. She looks at you. I'm going to enjoy gutting you and killing you slowly. Give me a wisdom saving throw. You take 6 psychic damage. As the threat terrifies you enough, it makes you pass out. Yeah, TPK! That is okay, though. It is okay, because as I turn this music off, just a moment. Dude, this music bot is not that good at all, man. As everyone fades to black, everyone roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Even if we're unconscious?
Just roll me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Alright. Oh, I had mine whispered.
Fate. Your eyes slowly open. You try to move. It's black. You seem to be stuck. You feel cold iron on your wrists, on your ankles. Your hands are over your head. Your body is stuck to the wall. You can't move. And you're not wearing any clothes. You feel naked. All you see is a candle on the other side of the room. It shines enough light. You look to your left and you see Iridian's body stretched out in the same manner, also buck-ass naked, dark. You look to your right, Kane, buck-ass naked, strapped to the wall similarly to yourself. They both look passed out. You look down at the floor, about 10 feet in front of you as the candlelight flickers off of a silhouetted body. It's Asher, who's strapped to 4 separate things, practically spread eagle like a rack on the floor. Floor mushy, wet, kind of marsh-like. Stinks of death down here. You see, next to Asher, on the floor, similarly strapped, the orc that we saw earlier. Alive, also coming to consciousness. And that is where we're going to end tonight's session, guys.
Okay. Interesting.
Well, all I gotta say is it's a good thing that I froze, because otherwise I would have died the next roll. Potentially.
That fucking sucks.
How you guys feeling?
Nervous.
Like, why in the world did everybody go into the hag's house? That's what I feel like.
I feel like
Honestly,
we're kind of fucked either way.
yeah, like it was like we could abandon Mithrax to the hags because he just went in there. As soon as she started pulling me, as soon as Mithrax was pulled in, and then Jerry Main was starting to pull my character in, I was like, okay, we're gonna have to bullshit our way out of this.
And I'm pretty sure if we'd have ran once they found us, I mean, they would have attacked us anyways.
Probably, but out in the open, we probably could have had a better chance.
I will. What I can tell you, I mean, if you want some out of character knowledge, I mean, this was avoidable. This was 100% avoidable.
Yeah.
This was absolutely pre-written to be an obstacle. So
Yeah, I kind of figured this was pre-written to be an obstacle. Uh,
As a player, I know a decent amount about hags.
Same here.
hopefully, I used them to a manner that you felt was true to hag form. Hopefully,
I think you used them great.
I mean, they were fine. The like when Reen said, "Oh, we're here to kill hags," I'm just like, "Oh crap!" Well, fuck a stick.
Yeah, he was like, "We're here to kill witches," because nothing says, "Oh shit," than telling the witches that they're here to get killed. So
Like Kane wasn't going to abandon Mithrax, so he didn't. He kind of had to go in. He wasn't just, but he didn't want to eat anything. He just wanted to be like, talk to them, have a conversation, then try and get the fuck out.
Mm-hmm.
I should have stuck with abandoning you guys in there. But outside of that,
Asher
Yeah,
totally
that
stole
good.
my idea. Be like, I need to go use the loo.
Yeah,
What level were they?
really,
high enough to have 6-level spells.
yeah. This when it comes to hags,
hags are a pain in the ass, and they have a lot of innate spells and
green
stuff.
hags by itself, I think, is like a CR3.
Yeah,
The bear hags, I think, was the other one. They're like a CR7 or something.
Jeez.
And they tend to run in covens too. So yeah.
The coven is a CR9. The hag itself is
Pretty sure the green's like a 2 or 3. And
the green is a CR3, which we can handle the green on our own.
Oh, you did. She's dead. You killed her.
CR. Yeah, it's a CR7
The
for
night
the
hags
the
are
boar hag.
CR5. A sea hag is a. I'm not even sure what a sea hag is.
I'm surprised that a coven is
A
only
sea
a
hag
CR9.
might be a CR7.
But yeah, dudes. So that was tonight's session. Hope you guys enjoyed. I thought tonight's session was pretty eventful. I enjoyed tonight's session wholeheartedly.
I've already got my backup character.
Yeah,
So
everyone's like, I made a new character already.
Sea hags are CR2.
yeah, sea hags are one of the easier ones.
So,
But no, I like the fact that you had the boar hag or whatever attack her sister.
I mean, it's in the end of the day, it's all about themselves, right?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
I feel like it might have went a little bit different with like a full party. But
Well, yeah.
Yeah, the Dragonborn being in there probably would have made quite a difference.
I don't know.
or the paladin.
Those
It-
spells,
it
even
could've.
when you pass, are still one-shotting, so I don't think it was going to do anything.
Well, I mean, we killed the one, and how much damage did we do to the second one?
I did like 6 damage.
Yeah, I think we could have done it.
She was pretty healthy.
Well,
Yeah, she definitely was.
but hags are even at like a CR7. That's going to be healthy no matter unless we fight it as level 7s. If at level 7, hags are they're like liches. They're glass cannons. They'll throw spells at you all day and do a lot of damage. But if you get close to them and just wail on them, they'll go down and you're consistent with the damage. They'll go down in like 2 or 3 turns.
How'd you feel about the pre-fight stuff?
Like I was jabbing with what you were throwing down, because they were acting like hags do, and I'm just like Kane was willing to sit there and entertain them, and see what information he could coax out of them, but he wanted to avoid a fight with them as if he could, which happened until Iridium was like, all this is illusion, y'all are lying to us, and I'm just like, oh crap.
Yeah,
What?
I feel like there was a chance until we called them out.
Yeah.
No, there was still a chance.
I mean, there's still a chance now. You never know. You guys are absolutely chained up somewhere by candlelight, and Asher is right next to his best friend.
Yeah, I
Might
wasn't ready for that. I thought they would be like further down the road, not right now.
Well, they were supposed to be, but the hags got them.
Might have to
Yeah.
break my thumb, and if I wake up, might have to break my thumb to get out of the chains.
Yeah, this isn't the first time Asher's been like in this situation of being tied up and tortured. So
I don't know if anyone said anything about tortured, but all right.
eh.
Nevertheless, let me save this real quick. 1 second.
Well, I kind of figured this wasn't the end when you didn't say y'all ain't gotta worry about death saving throws. I was like, okay, something else is probably about to happen.
What the fuck just happened?
Someone,
I flipped the table.
You disappeared and didn't make it.
whoa, everything's collapsing.
Yeah, I flipped the table.
Why'd
On
you flip
purpose,
the
or
Yeah, on purpose. I can reload it back up. It's not.
I thought I broke something because I just like reopened the cabinet to make sure I had turned off my initiative. I was like, what the fuck did I do?